Saddest sex worker requests. According to Reddit, number 20. Fish Hentai writes, "Don't mind me, just wondering if I should hire a sex worker to hug me because no one else will." With that, unfortunately, I really want to give a special hello to everybody here. Sometimes I guess we take for granted the idea that, everybody can just get by without certain physical attention, social interaction. Some people don't work that way. They need to be touched. I remember touch. That's a Daft Punk song that I've just made myself sad with because Daft Punk is done, apparently. As I look, I see that the chat overlay is also on, which is not good, because that's going to clash with the normal chat, and I have adjusted it. Special hello to Jesus, hello to Beast Abuelos, Josh, Dave's Not Here Man, Derek, Irwin, Pandaren, and Omar. Damn. So we continue up this list though. We arrive at number 19. Not one of mine, but my fiance's sister is. Well, it's okay. She has one client that pays her to just 50-yard field goal. That's what it says. It pays her to just 50-yard field goal. Kick the shit out of his nuts. Okay, I get it. He was being colorful. But, no. Sometimes being able to kick a man in the nuts is something worthy of real payment. And if you don't know anything about that, then hey, I guess that's y'all. You know what I mean? I guess that's y'all. If y'all don't know how valuable a woman who can really kick the balls is, let me tell you something. I didn't know so many of you guys were well versed in time splitters, you know what I mean? I guess that's what it's all about. Split that time, gentlemen. I didn't know you people were so cultured. You guys were subscribers of culture. I feel like I'm learning something about you today, and that's what's up. Number 18. I had a man in a wheelchair request that I degrade him by using his disability as a trigger point for act. Okay. Using his disability. Is that like race play? Is that like, I'll be the black dude and you gonna be the slave mousel, and you telling me to get out on that plantation. What are you doing in here, boy? You better get on your knees and lick it, boy. Yeah, some shit like that. Pretty fucking crazy, huh? But we are not here to kink shame. Some people get down in different ways. And just because your vanilla ass doesn't understand it, hey, that does not somehow appoint you some sort of judge, okay? Some people just want to get their jollies and they want to do it in a way that is consensual and inoffensive. Would you rather it be non-consensual and defend real people? Some people, they work hard and they need to play hard. Somebody said, well, did you do it? The person says, no, I couldn't go for that. I can't go for that. And I told him, no can do. No can do. He was understanding about my discomfort. We decided on something different. I was new to doing sex. They wrote that. No, sorry. Cuts off. Man, you gotta read the full sentence, Kyle. I was new to doing sex. I was new to doing sex work, so I didn't know how to handle this situation, but the request was posed as so long as you're okay with it. So you're not cut out for the job. I
want to do sex work, but like I don't really want to do sex work, you know what I mean? I just want to like sit there and get all the money. I can't believe I'm supposed to do something even though it's consensual. I just have a problem with it. Is this like religious? I can't believe you're asking me to do things.
Number 17. Just get a fucking OnlyFans, you lazy slut. Do what you mean. You in sex work and the client asked you to do something. The dude that's gonna pay you is asking you to do something. You know what I mean? And as a man, Jesus, you and me, if somebody was like, hey man, I'll pay you a couple $1,000s to sit on this chair and shit on me, and you're just like, well, you know, I would be doing that either way. You're telling me I can get money for pooping? You know, you don't have to touch the person. All you got to do is degrade this person, my dude. It's not going to get out. Well, you think somebody's recording it? He's got like a body camera on him. And then in the future, he's going to go on Twitter and try to cancel you and say, she did this against my will. Oh, against my will. I'm handicapped. It's just living my life, walking down the street, except I'm handicapped, so I was wheeling down the street. Hi-oh. And she pulled me aside, took me into a building, and I couldn't escape. Not because the doors were locked, but because there was no ramps, you see. Because I'm handicapped. Cavity. It's fucked up. I'm not laughing at the fact that it's handicapped. It's the situation. This person is being paid by a person who is handicapped and wants, you know, a little bit of role play, a little bit of kink bing bong, and she couldn't deliver. As a sex worker, you couldn't deliver? Strange. What are you doing? Number 17. I was a stripper. Why did you read that like a normal person? You know, I was a stripper for a few years, and I'll never forget this Texan man that was in my area for business. I sat at his table, and we had some small talk, and he mentioned how he never paid strippers because they're just rolling in money. He never paid the strippers because they're just rolling in money and they didn't need his. I corrected him and said how we actually pay to be there, and there are times we go home and actually can owe money on a bad night, and people like him contribute to those bad nights. It apparently blew his mind, and he appreciated my honesty. He apologized and he handed me some money and said something like, why don't I buy you a drink and let's talk for a while? So we're sitting there drinking and talking, and he slads me money every so often. We're both getting pretty drunk, and eventually he asks for a dance. One of those hot wiggle your hips dances with your big ass titties, you bitch. So we go back to the rooms, and I'm getting my whole dance thing going.
You like my whole dance thing I'm doing? I'm so sexy for you.
And he just stops me, okay? He asks if I'd be okay just to sit on his lap and hug him. And I say, well, of course. And he starts getting emotional and confesses to me that I looked and sounded exactly like his friend that he had been... Wait, you lost your place. Exactly like his friend that we had talked about while we were back at the table. He had been telling me all about her and how they grew up together and all the fun things that they would do together. He didn't say it, but the way that he talked about her, I got the feeling that he really loved her. He told me that she just recently died in a bad car crash, and when he held me, it was like he was holding her just one last time. I hope he tipped big for that. Or at least his tip was big. Hi-oh! He hugged me so tight, and I hugged him back so hard that we were both crying. Well, maybe that was his kink. I bet his penis was crying too, through the tip. You know? His third eye was crying. God, you're so good at this, dude. I could do this all day. You know, I'm like the Captain America of sexual things. Okay, sorry. He hugged me so tight and I hugged him, blah, blah, blah. I'll never forget that. And I hope with all my heart he's doing well these days. I'm so jealous, bro. Yo, you're like,
Look at,
well, you know, a lot of the girls put work into their bodies, but some girls just roll out of bed and have a body that's just like, God damn. And they go out there, and these men are like, oh, you know, that's what's up. That's what we all want. That's what Jesus wants, you know, with his T-Rex arms. Oh my God. It is a nightmare. Number 16 on this list. I'm not a sex worker, but I'm a medical student. While on GP rotation, we would go see the bed-bound man who was super obese. He was basically on his deathbed. One day we go to see him, and we see a couple of young women walking out before we get there. When we asked him who they were, he was very candid. He said he wanted one last blowjob before he died, and he needed two because one of them had to hold his fat up. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to stop the list and go treadmill. I need to get further away from this ever happening. No. To hold the fat up. Jesus. You know, at least it wasn't some sort of industrial, like, crane engineer like that could work machinery. You know? Jeez. Next week, the horny bastard said he'd call them back another 3 times. Damn. It's not the saddest, but it's something that just stuck with me. Where's all the money coming from? You gotta wonder sometimes, man. Where's all the money coming from? So we continue up to number 15, though. Stripper here. You can tell because the heart emoji, you can tell. I had a young, attractive, wealthy guy take me to a VIP for an hour just to listen to Bruce Springsteen songs. Oh, he was gonna murder that night, bro. Literally. He just sat back, closed his eyes, and sang along to every word. You listen to me sing this. This is part of my ritual, you whore. He told me that he was a kid. When he was a kid, he grew up in a really oppressive household where his likes and interests were discouraged and totally disregarded. He listened to Bruce, and his lyrics gave him the hope and the strength to eventually run away as a teenager. That is awesome. That's what music is all about. That's what music is all about. It's about inspiring. It's about making somebody feel. It's about escaping. And it literally invigorated and inspired this dude to genuinely escape from the situation where he was not being nourished or, you know, encouraged. Fuck the life that he had, and I'm glad that he made it. If he's so wealthy that he's paying whore, you know? And I mean no disrespect when I use the term whore, ladies, especially if y'all good looking, not implying that ugly whores are worse. But, you know, you're out there doing what you need to do, and there's nothing wrong with that line of work. Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm jealous too, you know? Not jealous in a way that makes me malicious. I don't consider whore a derogatory term. We were talking about the euphemism treadmill. Maybe you've heard of this. Euphemism treadmill. You listening to me, Google? You listening to me, you son of a bitch? Euphemism treadmill, the process by which euphemisms fall into disuse and are replaced by new ones as the old ones become socially unacceptable over time. And I would rather put my spin on this very quickly to say that they don't just become socially unacceptable, they become offensive. Everybody assumes, you know, these days that certain things just are so offensive when in reality they are descriptions. And over time, those descriptions will become the new offensive thing, and they'll be replaced by another fucking word that over time will then become offensive as well. Because it's the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, but they'll continue singing it forever because they're whores. But I don't mean that in the rude way. Since then, he has had so much success and joy, but he just really wanted to share his story and the music he loved with somebody that night. It's funny, because if you don't situate yourself with somebody that likes you for you, if you get success in the way of money, in the way of anything, attention, fame, you won't be sure that the people who are around you aren't just there because you can score them some sort of, drugs or fix or attention or money. That's crazy. I imagine a lot of wealthy motherfuckers are out there looking for other wealthy motherfuckers because they both have the same mindset and understand, life is short. We can't be fucking around. What is love? Man, it's a bag of bing bongs. But it's not like a hard life, so suck my balls, you know what I mean? It's a good problem to have. Number 14. I won't share any specifics, good for you, but I've often experienced clients opening up about their past traumas. Sometimes there are tears, always hugs. It's sad, but I'm happy to be there for them in the limited way that I can. I get it, I get it. There's nothing like a situation where you can deal with a person with no strings attached. No judgment, not going to deal with or hear from this person again unless you make the decision to. There is nothing like that in the world. I've tried to be that type of person for people in the past, but they read too much into it. They don't trust, and, they don't treat me like the, I want to say, extended therapist that I am, especially with a memory like mine. I'm just going to forget what you told me or forget who you are. Anyway, damn. Number 13. This isn't even necessary. So the strip that I used to manage had this regular who would come in once a month. Roughly. Damn. Should have used lube. So funny, Kyle. He tipped well, kept to himself, and was polite enough. Every time he came in, though, he bought his old school lace nightie, which he would get the girls to wear and dance in. Please don't tell me it belonged to his dead wife. He tipped them lavishly as well and paid their hourly rate, whatever drinks they wanted, etc. It wasn't until the second or third time that I finally asked one of the girls what his deal was with the bring your own lingerie, and he told me that it was his dead grandmother's nightie. Oh, for the love of God. You got some fucking problems, motherfucker. I'm really tickled by that. It's his dead grandmother's nightie. I just miss her so much. I like the idea that there was nothing sexual going on with the grandmother, but he just misses his grandmother, not in a sexual way. So he goes to a strip club and pays a woman to put it on. Can you put this on? Yeah.
I mean, I'm here, You're paying the rate, so you want me to dance too? I mean, I can do that too.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is for you, Grandma. And the whole family's mad at him. You son of a bitch. You don't even care about her passing. You didn't even cry. Oh, you're not reacting the way we want you to the death of your grandmother. And they say, and then they say, oh, I mourn her in my own way. What way? We need to know, you bitch. We need to know. Oh. I can't tell you. It's my own private way. It's my own private way. That's right. That's right. Jesus says, what's a good base to shaft ratio, Kyle? All I know is I'm still stoked on finding out what the meaning of the word chode was the other day. Chode, Urban Dictionary. Chode is slang for a penis wider than it is long. Chode. Wider than it is long. Chode. So we continue up this list. We arrive at number 12. Man, this is a big one. Kind of the reverse here as far as stories go. I had a escort come in that would hit me up to get rides in my cab for her out calls or hotel changes. So you were escorting the escort. Excuse me. Instead of charging her for rides to go out and get food, she'd just buy me food because I was often too busy to stop and eat at times. Oh, that's nice. I'm beginning to want McDonald's. But maybe it's too late. Maybe McDonald's licks my balls. My balls. Nah, them nuggets are good though. One night, when we were both having a slow night, she mentioned how she hadn't had a home-cooked meal in over a year and would kill for a steak. I told her that I had 2 in my fridge and asked her if she wanted one. Ended up driving to my house, picking up a steak, some instant mashed potatoes, a can of corn. I want some instant mashed potatoes. Is that what people have? I should prepare steak for myself with some mash. Dia doesn't like mash. That's why I don't have mash. Mash is so good. Oh, fuck. One of the few things Dia can cook for me is potato salad, and she hasn't done that in like months. What, Dia? She just sits there in the big titty bed. Oh my gosh, bro. Guys, get an ugly girl. You understand? Because she's got to like earn her keep. Oh, you said that. I'm just kidding. Yes, I'm kidding. God damn it. It's just a joke. An off-color, in poor taste joke that is just, you know, the type of thing that I can only get away with saying by calling it a joke. I'm kidding. It's a real joke, though. But that's a joke on top of the joke, is me implying that, you know, it's not a joke by saying that it is a joke, and that that's the only way I can say it.
Love you, Dad. Big titty gang.
Big titty gang. My man. You know, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate the pair. The pair of titties. I told her that I had 2 in my fridge, and if she wanted one. Man, you're a fat bitch. That's why I lost the plot, Dia, because I can't even read food and not go, oh man, that's the good stuff. And if I'm a son of a bitch, you're a son of a bitch, listener. If you're listening, I want you to look right now, because I'm going to food the Reddit, and I'm not alone, okay? I bet you guys as well, when you see it. Why do you have to use your own? It's using like a subreddit style, and oh my god, I hate it more than anything. Please stop using the style. Thank you. Oh, now I gotta hide the sidebar. Hide the sidebar. Shawty, don't like it. I don't know what the hell this is. You hollowed out a pineapple and put some like fried rice in there? And it's shrimp fried rice too, isn't it? No. Allergic to shellfish, you son of a bitch. Why do you just call it pineapple fried rice if there's clearly shrimp in it? Some people don't want shrimp in their cereal. I said it. Anybody remember that story? A homemade pie? Jesus Christ. Meticulously detailed. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. Who made that? Beautiful. I'm not into pulled pork, but maybe some people are. Jumbo shell. I mean, you know, to some people this presentation is like amazing and shit, but to me, man, it just seems like whatever. You know what I mean? So you made some fucking pasta, dumped the sauce on there, threw some green strings, and then 4 scoops of my crime. 4 scoops of the crime. Scrooping it. Scroop the droop. Oh my god. I really do love Asset Flip, the video game. People won't stop talking about it either. It's a shame. Not won't stop talking about it like, you know, the game itself, just like that subreddit is imploding. I never thought it would become so amazing. Because, you know, all they wanted it to be was a photo mode place. Listen, if Avengers had dope skins, as weird as that is to say, it might do better. But it's not gonna. And they're not gonna try to get good skins. They're just gonna be lazy. Son of a bitch. I ended up driving home, getting some steak. Wait, I didn't find anything really beautiful on the food page, which is fucking crazy. You know, there's usually always something here that makes me go, wow, wow, wow. And all of this is like, okay. It's a nice looking steak. Ooh. The way the cheese is melted. Guess who doesn't like cheese? Dia, you have the floor. Dia?
It's not just the fact that I don't like cheese, I'm lactose intolerant.
She eats pizza though. A lot of pizza. Okay? And by a lot of the pizza, I mean like she'll eat the whole pizza. But to her, it's worth it. It's all about whether or not it's worth it. And Dia, I don't understand how you don't like a cheeseburger. How many cheeseburgers would you say that you've had? You've hated them all?
I've had a couple and I've never liked them. The only burger that I'll have cheese on is the quarter pounder. No, not the quarter pounder, the Big Mac. Every other burger is just kind of gross with cheese on it.
Zangetsu Black just gave me $2 that I'll receive next month because it was super chat, and I appreciate him for that. But it makes me wonder if I should go get you a Big Mac with cheese. What are those, like $2? I wish. Come on, man. Give me the Big Mac. The Big Mac. Let's finish this list. Let's obliterate this list, okay? So I ended up driving back to my house, picking up a steak, some instant mashed potatoes, a can of corn, and some fresh garlic bread. No thank you to the can of corn. Fresh garlic bread, Dia? How does this work? The only bread that I have is stuff that I throw in the oven for a while. I don't understand. I went back to where she was staying and cooked a home-cooked meal in her hotel with a microwave and a George Foreman grill. We ended up eating and watching Ted, the movie with Seth MacFarlane, this bear, that I picked up from a Redbox down the street. Redbox is shut down, right, Dia? You think they would have found a way to like cling to life during the coof times, the dark days, the coofing hour. She randomly hugged me and started bawling her eyes out because I was the first person in the past year that treated her like a regular person. And she couldn't remember the last time that she could relax and enjoy herself. Uh-huh.
I just wasn't prepared for what this line of work was gonna do to me. I feel like such an object. All of the money doesn't matter. It's just like, Jesus Christ. I had this baby and now I don't have any time to myself. I don't understand. I got in this shower and now I'm wet. Jesus Christ. No one understands. They don't explain this to you.
Number 11. I was hired by a middle-aged woman. That's the scary part. I'm kidding. You son of a bitch. Shut up. Shut up, man. I'm supposed to be watching a lot of Norm Macdonald so I can get funnier instead of just being a dick. Let me say it like this. I was hired by a middle-aged woman. Oh my God. Whoa, Rusty Shackelford. Is this guy implying that I can go to McDonald's? I don't deserve that. I don't deserve you, Rusty Shackelford. That is a reference to King of the Hill, Dia. Do you know the real... Wait a minute.
Get 2 meals.
Yeah, get 2 meals. Yeah, get 2 meals. That's on him. You know what I mean? Hardcore. You know, Jesus, I had to re-record a thing because, like, I've been having really weird issues with my it's Sony Vegas. It's like a video editing software, but it's because I'm trying to render everything in 4K, and that's my own fault. But one of my recent projects was compromised, and I had to like play it within the program and then record the screen while playing it just to get the audio. It was a nightmare. But yeah, it's done for the most part. I just need to figure out when to time it so that people don't give me bing bongs for it. Ariana says Kyle likes to live on the edge with those risky jokes. Oh boy. So look. I was hired by a middle-aged woman who wanted a companion for the evening that night. She was a beautiful woman who I didn't understand why she hired me, but I met her at the bar, asked her her name, and she gave me her card. Can I stop the music, honestly, to say something really quick? Why you confused? What's confusing? I don't like, you work as a sex worker and you work as a sex worker and you know that some people just need somebody without all of the drama that would come with an ongoing relationship. It's as simple as that sometimes. Maybe they don't even need a real, they just need a stand-in. Maybe you are there in a capacity where you need to appear to be with this person. You know, I can't tell you how many people politically need to seem less intimidating, need to seem more personable. Maybe they, for a night, they need to seem like they not a racist, so they hire in a motherfucker. You know how many people are married to somebody to make them look more reasonable politically? Maybe they were just racist as fuck and they still are racist, but they need to find themselves a black person to get with so that everybody will stop regarding them as racist and hopefully it can further their political career. Shut the fuck up, sex workers. I mean, you're giving other sex workers a bad name because it's making you look dumb. You know, consider a world that's a little more complicated than the one that you're living in. Oh my God, they look so good. I don't understand why they're paying. There's more to it than that. And it doesn't matter to you. I don't know. There's my old man rant. I couldn't even keep it inside me. Jesus and crackers. What the hell is wrong with you, VLC? VLC on that bullshit. Do I need to restart you? If only that's how women work. Stop. You know, just keep it inside you. Keep it inside. Because the only time that it needs to come out is when it's on. Dia, what am I going to say? Her back? Her chest? What am I going to say? Don't know.
Chest.
Probably chest. Yeah. Nice. Nice, Dia. Nice. Okay. She was a beautiful woman who I didn't understand why she hired me, but I met her at the bar and asked her her name. She gave me her card and told me to treat her and my name was Bill. It's funny because my brain struggled with how to deliver it, but I just don't think. Can you make sense of what I'm reading? I met her at the bar and asked her name, and she gave me her card and told me to treat her, and my name was Bill. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill. Like, I'm not sure I understand. You know, play the opening to Lane because I don't seem to understand. So I brought her drinks and I paid for her meal. We went to watch a movie. I think it was Molly's Game. I can't remember. Then we took an Uber back to her place and we spent the night. I only found out why she was doing this by talking after we spent the night. Her husband and son died about 4 years ago, and she likes pretending when she's having a bad day. She goes on a date with someone that reminds her of her husband. People often think that it's about sex. Sometimes it's not. It about the sex. It about the companionship and the feeling of reliving past moment, or even just ignoring emotions at the time. Okay.
Sometimes it's about learning how to fucking spell.
Jesus says, did I eliminate Jeepers from Dia's vocab? I haven't eliminated anything from Dia. She just gets fed up with me, which is, what you'd imagine. / sleepy. She's pretty much always sleepy, which you can't say anything about because, she's Mexican. So where you gonna go with that? You gonna take that chance? I don't think so. Dia's so sleepy. You know what I mean? You can't take that chance. Dia, you have the floor. What do you have to say about that?
Sometimes it feels like I'm dating a racist white man.
That's you. I'm glad that the microphone didn't capture you well, hopefully, so you didn't grant anybody that soundbite. That's a thing that you just said.
I'll write it in the chat.
I'll write it in the chat. Don't, okay? You know, just go back to saying jeepers, jinkies, zoinks, egads, mercy me. Why I never. What happened?
I feel like the more time I spend with you, the less I have of my previous vocabulary. Like, I don't say the stuff that I used to say.
One day you'll just be like a floating, single-celled organism. Because apparently that's what the men do. They take it all from the women.
You do.
Nah.
It's scientifically proven that the women are the one that wither in a relationship.
Nah, the dick it provides me the energy in and of itself. It's nuts.
Don't provide shit. It's me.
What? You're saying that my dick doesn't provide? It provides. It puts it on the table.
Yeah, it goes to work.
It brings home the bacon. Damn it. Number 10. It was in South Korea. Oh, where's the button? I'm sorry. Someone requested me to come. You should have seen the look on my face. The look on my face. Someone requested me to come in the middle of the night for a very high rate. Arrived there, and the guy finally just wanted to take a rest on my knees. So he just wanted to lie on you, but why on your knees? Isn't that a weird spot? That's like the least soft portion of a person's body. Someone says, I was a sex worker like you until I got a sad guy in the knee. That's awesome. Oh, good, you're finally awake. Oh my God. What the fuck? We can't escape video games now? Dia, what if video games become the social norm? That's why they're beginning to suck. That's why they're Marvel's Avengers-ing. That's why I feel like I'm like one of the last beacons of hope. I'm the last beacon of a dark age. Video games used to be good. They used to be the escape, Dia. And look at them now. And it's not like we're losing them completely. No, obviously. There are amazing games coming out that I'm not playing. I know I need to get my ass on Ghost of Tsushima. And sooner or later, when the price is right, I'm going to hit that up. Dia. But
aren't they called lap pillows? Because you sit on their lap, not on their knees.
What are you talking about? Lap pillows?
Yes, in Japan they have pillows where it's the lower half of a woman kneeling down.
She's right.
Popular because Japanese men buy them, so that they feel like they're laying on a woman.
She's right though. They're lap.
And I think this is what this person was trying to say, but they fucked up the way that they said it.
Damn, Dia, savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Who
you calling ratchet, bitch?
What's happening? Bling, 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 bling. Number 9.
This wasn't me, but when I was stripping, my coworker had an elderly client who would come in and buy her out in the VIP for the whole night just to nap in her lap. A nap in her lap. Since our club was not high and, let's say, our VIPs were connected, every time I had a lap dance, I'd go into the VIP and just see her on her phone with him just napping with his head on her thighs. Our club was only open for 8 hours, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., and then he'd get up when it was the last call. He would give her a big, huge tip. No, a big hug. Sorry. Freudian slip, you see. Apparently.
Wait, Ghost is on sale for how much? For how much? How much is Ghost on sale for, Rusty? Saw me banging on the sofa. It wasn't me. Chase says, Kyle, no need to feel forced to play GOT, but it is a great game in general. Yeah, I don't feel forced to play it at all. I'm very excited. about playing it, but you know, I'm waiting for Outriders to get its shit together on the way of crossplay, so and I can play that together. Blah 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 blah. I'm sorry.
Tsushima is on sale?
That's what somebody's saying. Rusty Shackleford, the chosen one, the hero, not the one that we deserve right now, but we still got him. Is this big ass entry really just about some dude coming in, laying on a girl's lap for like mad hours and then leaving? Like, we're already jealous. Does it need to be this long? Apparently the dude had been married for 45 years, but his wife passed away. He hadn't slept alone since he was 18 years old and couldn't sleep for shit in his own bed. He'd come to the club and get his sleep there with Rihanna blasting over the speakers. He slept through all of it. There was a rumor that he thought, or he bought her perfume that matched his wife, but I never found out if it was true. Oh boy. That's crazy, Dia. That's a lot of years. You know? That's a lot of years. I just want some damn fries at this point. Why have I done this to myself? Why have I done this to myself? There's something inside me that pulls beneath us. True Silver says, why not get a dog that'll sleep with you? Well, I know what you're implying, but just because some people are married to a bitch doesn't mean that a dog will be comparable if they lose their wife. A wife is a people, okay? I'm not trying to seem woke. I believe that in my heart of hearts, in the heart of the cards. Number 8, an elderly man would come in whenever he saved up enough money to afford an hour or two. He didn't speak much, but always had the kindest smile. All he wanted to do was to hold me in his arms and sway gently to music, nothing else. After a couple of months, he shared with me that he used to do this with his wife before she died, and that he misses the intimacy of their moments together. At some point, he stopped coming. I don't know what happened to him, but I'll never forget him. Oh my God. Pretty terrifying. This is an emoji? Dia, how do they use that amazing face? Amazing face is an emoji? Someone replicate that face. I used to have that face as an emblem in Call of Duty 10 years ago. 10 years ago plus, bro. That I had no idea. That's pretty cool. I used to have this face as an, like, do I have like Call of Duty stuff online? You need to stop right now. I am sorry, I'm like having a little moment over that. Like, no one's ever used that in here before. Let me see. Kyle. No. Let's say Black Ops. Let's say Black Ops. That was the one with the emblem maker. That was the one. Okay, I remember I made Pepe and Dick Butt in Black Ops 3, maybe? But I need to go way back here. Maybe this one? Is this, Infinite Warfare subscribers? Here's some more. Stop it.
Valid, what does it mean? Figure it out, Kyle. Probably means you need to stand somewhere else.
Yes! See it? Okay! Wow. There it is. There it is. My gay little emblem right there. Cool. Oh, that's killer. And I made that. Oh, here's one where it's at the bottom of the screen. You can see it a little bit better. Son of a...
I win.
I win.
I win. I win. Brenner crotch for the explosive time. If that stupid map didn't get in the way, that could have really looked spectacular.
Oh, wow. Black Ops. I used to have fun. We used to have fun in Call of Duty games, and not anymore because they want to be Warzone. They want to jump on the fucking Battle Royale bandwagon, bro. Barf. And they did it at the cost of the multiplayer portion of the game. Wow. They treated, like, here's something that y'all may not know about Fortnite. Fortnite had a single player mode. Don't a lot of people talk about that. Shit's called Save the World. It's the one where you build a little base and it's tower defense against a bunch of zombies that come at you. You can build, you can make traps. That's why the building thing was a part of Fortnite, because that's the gimmick of Fortnite. Fortnite then launched its Battle Royale mode, and the rest is history. And boy, oh boy, that Save the World, the single player version of Fortnite, get the short stick. It's just, you know, it's like that meme of that dude with the peace out. He just fades away. Call of Duty, since not last year, 2 years ago now, with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, they started really treating multiplayer like a piece of shit, like it's the bitch, when that's what put them on the map. And the worst part is, I don't have a problem with y'all going in a new direction. Do what you think is necessary. Make that money, as long as you're, you know, doing something that's reasonable in the way of, I want to say, a financially sound decision. Dope. And if they care about their new clients and not their old, cool. You don't want us as fans anymore, dope. But why the fuck won't they remaster Modern Warfare 2? Why? That's the good one. I would buy 5 copies of that immediately. I don't know. I'm sorry that came out. Y'all, man, that's really my biggest fucking gaming little gripe, is that they won't remaster this damn game. And that worse, I feel that when it is remastered, it'll be ruined. They'll change how the perks work. They'll try to balance shit out. They'll put in skill-based matchmaking so the lobbies explode. Can you imagine not being able to stay in the same lobby and shit talk in Modern Warfare 2? Why? Because y'all trying to sterilize the internet and make it some kind of fuckboy land? Like, Jesus. Because these kids are offended by everything? Because these little dudes want to be little women? That's cool. That's their own business, bro. You could back out of this lobby. Oh, we need to blow up the lobby for everybody. Why not give people the choice? People can't handle a choice. They're not adult enough for a choice. You put mature on the box, and we still got to do this bullshit, man. Now I'm in a bad mood thinking about Modern Warfare 2. I don't have it. Number 8. An elderly man. You read this. Now who's the elderly man? Okay? Now who's the elderly man? Number 7. Sad that most of the stories are just dudes needing a place to talk and cry. And they have that place. For money. You know what I'm talking about? Guys, I wouldn't charge you anything to come in here and talk and cry and share and tell me what your problems are. As a matter of fact, do it right now. Tell me what your biggest problem is.
My problem is you, Kyle. I'm so sick of your crap, and you think you're so great, and you know, you make me so angry. You used to make me so happy, and then you fucking sucked. Why do you do this to me?
And scene, you know? So I've stolen your thunder. If that's what you're gonna do, it's too late. It's not gonna hit the same way, you know what I mean? Because I did it already. Number 6, I had a call through an escort service at around 6:30 a.m. Way too early for me since I was sleeping at the time. I kept ignoring my phone and they kept persisting. I finally picked it up, agreed on an astronomical hourly rate for this client, and they agreed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting a call at let's say 11 o'clock in the morning, which for me is like way too damn early. You want me to do what? I'm kidding. So I say something to them like, bro, you got me coming out. You gonna have to pay me at least $5,000. And they go, sure, no problem. And you're like, what the hell is going on out here? So the person, they do it, and the dude agrees. I show up to his room at about 7:30 a.m. and he answers, and to my surprise, he's a tall, fit guy in his late 20s. We doing this again? Oh my God, you look good. What? Linda says the chat's frozen. Jade is here. It's gonna burn me to say this, but it's coming from my heart. It's been a long time coming, and we've been done fell apart. I really wanna work this out, but I don't think you're gonna change. I do, but you don't. Think it's best we go our separate ways. And I think I should stay in this relationship. We're hurting, baby. Let me just find my Yoda, okay? Let me just find my Yoda, okay? Can I do that? Is that fine? Does that work out for you? We're just gonna do that. Kyle, Yoda, let it burn. Simper. I love you.
It's gonna burn for me to say this.
Yeah.
It's coming from my heart.
Good God.
Been a long time coming. But we just fell apart. Really wanna work this out, but I don't think you're gonna change. I do, but you don't. Think it's best we go our separate ways. And I think I should stay in this relationship.
Good God.
When I'm hurting, baby.
Wait a minute.
I have
Bitch, wait a minute.
but there's so many other things I gotta do. I think that you should let it burn.
When you feel me, say your body to where you do, where you look good. So that body ain't jumping like it used to, even though this might bruise you. Let it burn, gotta let it burn. Avengers? Ugh. Ugh. What? Gross. Now let's get back to the prostitute story. So to my surprise, this guy is fit. He's tall. He's in his late 20s. He gives me a full agreed rate, and I could tell that he had been drinking. We're sitting on the bed. I'm trying to ask him questions to keep the mood light and friendly, and he just starts to cry, bawling his eyes out. I could tell that he wasn't crying beforehand, just really wasted. I was so shocked I didn't know what to do, especially since he's sort of like a macho guy. I figured out later that he was in the armed forces. He told me that he was in town for his father's funeral and his emotions and feelings were just hitting him, and that he wanted... Wait a minute.
Been watching since 2018 and I've been wanting to donate since forever.
Well, damn, my man. I didn't know that I had fans that went back that far, and I appreciate you in a way that I hope is communicated. And I hope that you have had a successful and profoundly productive journey from then to now. Thank you for following through with something that you wanted to do. Once says, "Hey yo, long time no see." Hisashi burida. Crazy. Captain Flintlock says, "I loved your Avengers video." Which one? The latest one? All of them. That's what I assume. Yeah, get them titties out from my Avengers videos, bro. Every one of them. Do you think that when I add a new one, some people just go watch every one of them again, back to back? Do you think that some people re-watch my videos like some people re-watch a TV show or something? It's not good enough. I need to edit it better. I need to edit naked, and then it'll translate, Dia, right? Hello?
Yes.
You don't even care about my Avengers content. What kind of support is this? Brianna says, "Should I do homework or watch this video?" You know, you can't call getting naked doing homework, but if we all had to choose, it would probably be you being productive, getting whatever work you need to get done. This video is going to be here later. Maybe. You know what I mean? Jeez, you never know. You never know. He told me that he was in town for his father's funeral and his emotions were getting the best of him and he wanted someone to be there for him. So I stayed there the whole time and I let him talk and grieve and held him for a bit. We didn't do anything sexual except kiss at the end. When my driver picked me back up, he gave me his number and told me to call him if I was ever in his city, and I still have it. Interesting. You know, I said this before and I'll say it again. I feel like some strippers and hookers are networking in ways that we never in a million years could, you know? It's crazy. I love you guys to death, but I couldn't even get you guys to like this video. So when you think about the connections that we make on a daily basis, they're pretty slim sometimes. But in some people's line of work, not only are they meeting new people that unfortunately are potentially dangerous, you know, some of them are wealthy. And I'll say it to you like this. I think if all of us had the choice of meeting 10 people a day, and statistically, you know, four to five of them are going to be dangerous potentially, but at least 2 of them are going to be so wealthy that if we can, I want to say, impress them in a capacity where they want to deal with us or see more of us, we'd probably take those odds. If we have a 2 out of 10 odds of gracing someone that is rich enough to like not just set us up or get us something or give us money, but to basically open doors that previously wouldn't have been open for us, we would take those chances. Because some of us live our entire lives in a room, you know. Remember the other day we were reading something about like not mentally challenged people, but I guess people that had issues and stuff like that, like conditions. And it was talking about, I think the analogy said something along the lines of like these people living in 1 to 2 rooms of a mansion, and occasionally all the lights will come on and show you what this place used to be like. I don't remember if they were dealing with schizophrenia or it was schizophrenia. Oh boy. Thank you again, Brianna. If I didn't say thank you before, I must have gotten caught up because I'm crazy like that. Am I really making no progress through this list? I'm only at number 6.
Oh, I can't count up the numbers.
Number 5. 3 guys hired 3 girls to celebrate the birth of one of the men's first son. The wife was still in the hospital. Oh shit, am I upvoting something? Damn. Short and sweet. Ain't that a bitch? Short and sweet. 3 guys hiring hoes. This is your first son, and your woman is still there. You know?
And you're a piece of shit.
You know? Oh my gosh. Number 4. I have a client who gives me an allowance just to go and see his mom. Absolutely nothing sexual. I just have lunch or dinner with her a few times a week, hang out and talk. She doesn't live alone, but she gets lonely. That's so interesting. You know? Honestly, if he'd stopped giving me the allowance, I'd probably still go. It makes me kind of sad when I think about this dude being able to afford to spend a lump sum on me, but can't afford to lose a day of work to see his mom. That's how fucking business works. And that's a big problem with a lot of people not understanding it, is like, you want to make some motherfucking money, dude. Either you kind of get lucky and get a lot of money to where you can almost effectively make your own schedule, or you make so much money that you can borderline retire early, or bro, you need to situate yourself with someone that understands that the work that you're doing is not just something that needs to just be dropped in favor of all of the stupid, especially like if you're working in the entertainment industry. Imagine like being an entertainer and knowing that you are now on I like to think that there's 2 worlds. There's the consumer world. There's the world where you're the audience, and then there's the world where you're you're on the production side, you know? When you're on the production side, my dude, unless again, like you made enough money to where you could basically retire or make your own schedule, you need to be taking advantage of things like holidays. You know what I mean? Because there's motherfucking money to be made. There's motherfucking marks that are going to surface on these days. And you need to be set up to roll out content that you have prepared in advance. And content is the wrong word, because I can even apply that to YouTube. Like say I really wanted to make money with something that I was producing for Christmas or for Valentine's, you know, or for New Year's. I want to have like a big stream and do like a charity thing or something, because I know that people are going to be home. They're going to be free. They're going to be bored. They're going to have time, you know. It's crazy like that. But it's fucked up because your loved ones, especially if they're older, they're not going to understand that, bro. Doesn't matter if even they worked in the same field. When you get old, you just change. It's weird. Just like when you have kids, you change.
I worked for someone like that who I believe he started his company at like in his 30s, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to me. He was the boss of this place. And he was telling me that, you know, as he grew older, he realized that, you know, he had prioritized working, that he never married, he never had kids. So as the years went by, you know, he got lonelier and lonelier. And one day, you know, he just met this woman from Hawaii. They married. They're both like in their late, you know, years. And she had kids. So now he, you know, he's able to kind of vicariously through her having her kids, be able to have that family that he wasn't able to have on his own, you know, time. So now he has a wife that completely understands his work schedule. They're both old people, so, you know, they get it. And whenever, you know, he needs to go and feel like he has kids, he goes to visit her family over in Hawaii.
Easy. I hear the logic of it. It's just, even though they might decide that, oh, if I could go back in time, I'd do it different and I'd prioritize different things, it would probably be harder on them. It would change them. It would age them. It would stress them, because...
And he says he doesn't regret it, because at the end of the day, he still got what he wanted.
Exactly, Dia. What you're creating when you're working right now is what we call a safety net, you know, a cushion, so that when you do reach an age where you perhaps won't have the energy that you do when you're younger, you'll be able to utilize this bullshit. And unfortunately, it's going to cost you some pussy-ass relationships in the meantime if people are trying to, elevate themselves to a point of relevancy where it's just like, you need to be able to drop any and everything for me, when they probably wouldn't do that for you because they hold themselves to a different standard than they hold you to. It's wild, but it's like, shut the fuck up and leave people alone to their devices, because the alternative would be worse. Them not working right now in favor of like some bullshit sometimes is going to make it harder for them in the future. Them being able to make it there is not guaranteed. Someone else being available to help them is not guaranteed. So some people motherfucking working to secure a future, whether or not that future is even coming. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Love my fucking COVID rap more than anything. Better safe than sorry.
And, you know, the few times that his wife has like come to his job and everyone has met her and they say that she's a very nice lady, he sings praises for her because of how understanding she is. But he's like, it's probably the fact that she is mature and older now that she gets it. She gets the fact that this is a business, and as a business worker, as a business owner, I have things to do here.
You see me.
She goes off and like travels and shit with her kids, so you know she's enjoying herself.
You see me, Dia. I work all night and sleep all day. Does that clash with the normies that I need to fucking deal with? Of course it does. But as I like to say with the production, analogy I'm making, bro, Christmas ain't Christmas for you, And if you're lucky, you'll have some people that are chill enough where you can celebrate Christmas with them in their own way. Do you know what I mean? Celibate is what we need to be. Captain Flintlock says, you convinced me to pick up Outriders. Outriders is fun as hell, but I'm really waiting to play it with Dia. I don't know when they're going to fix their silly little crossplay thing. Maybe it's fixed already because there was an update today, but I wasn't looking into it. Number 3 on this list. I'm trying to finish it. I'm hungry. Okay. I had a regular who was an older gentleman. We did some deeds. but 95% of the time he just wanted the company. I'd go with him grocery shopping. We'd go out to eat. We'd go to his apartment. Come on. Sorry, I'm going crazy. I have gone past my limit here. What time is it? And by time, I mean, how long have we been streaming? Survey says an hour. That ain't shit, man. Used to do this for a long time. Are you suffering burnout, Kyle? I had a regular who was an older gentleman. We didn't do much. But 95% of the time, he just wanted the company. I'd go with him grocery shopping. I'd go out to eat with him. I'd go to his apartment and cuddle and watch movies. And he'd tell me stories about his family that had passed. Stories from when he was a kid. Stuff he learned when he got his pilot's license. I was at his funeral when he passed. I'll never forget such a sweet, lonely man who just wanted human companionship. Isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? Depending on the person, it varies. Some people are totally fine living alone in their weird little area and not being disturbed for the duration of time. You know, I suck, D. I realize I really can't cuddle without it turning into some sort of grope thing. You know? It's fucked up, huh?
As I've told you before, I always enjoy your hugs. Sometimes I wish that, it didn't turn into, heavy petting, but...
Heavy petting? Ooh.
That's a nice way to put it.
Ooh, heavy petting. Never heard that. Shut up. It's still recorded. Oh my gosh.
How have you never heard of heavy petting?
That sounds so fucking ridiculous. Petting is what you do with a dog. Heavy petting. Erotic contact between two people involving stimulation of the genitals. Wow, wow. Yo, this is crazier than you thought it meant. For sure.
Who, you?
You must have thought it meant like crazier.
No,
what?
No, that's why I used heavy petting.
Whoa!
I'd be using a term that I wasn't familiar with because I grew up with that term being a part of our vocabulary. It's very strange to know someone who's never heard of heavy petting.
Look how ugly this is, man. They asset flipping the fuck out of some skins, dude. And you know what the craziest part is? I really want to take a look at this. I'm not supposed to do this shit. Marvel's Avengers need to chill. But I want to show you something real interesting about this. They can't get anything right. On this skin, the glowing part is on his chin. But on this skin, the glowing part is on his head? Why? Why can't they do comic book skins? And if that was something they weren't going to be able to do with this game, why did they make the game at all? Why did they think they could get away with Marvel without Marvel?
The suit looks different and it looks ugly.
D, it's not about the suit being different. This whole ass suit is an asset flipped suit. That's what the original post is about. They really just changed the colors on a suit that already exists. And I'm not mad at that. We already knew that that's the name of the game when it comes to Marvel's Avengers. But bro, why can't they come close? You know what this is? This is called a legally distinct version from it. Oh, ours is on the fucking forehead. It's not on the chin. It's Vanilla Ice when he comes in and goes, hey, you stole that song. And he goes, no, no, no. Mine goes, ding, 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 ding. That's different. Ice, ice, baby. This one's on the forehead, but this one's on the chin. See? Different. See? Okay. Yeah. And Dia, they might make some fucking money if these skins were $5 before $14. So you got these shills online talking about, bro, this is the coolest skin I think I've ever seen. Please pay me. Pay me, Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics has no money. Isn't that obvious?
Not to them, no.
Bro, my cheeseburger. This burger got more cheese than Marvel's Avengers has Marvel in it. I cannot wait to see those MCU skins because I feel like they're going to cock it up. And the thing is, even if they actually got identical MCU skins, I don't know if they're smart or resourceful enough at this point, because I regard them as broke, I don't believe they're resourceful enough to tweak the models. Do you understand what I mean when I say that? I think the models that they have right now are too frumpy to rock an Avengers MCU outfit, you know?
Ain't that the truth?
So if you try to map the MCU outfits onto the ugly fucking character designs for these frumpy ass, flat fucking chested, you know, fugly fucking schlubby, scrawny nigga ass Captain America skins, come on, man. You left the super part out of the superhero while you're trying to make a bunch of girls the focal point of an Avengers game.
Yeah, I know y'all like superheroes and all that bullshit. Alright, Doctor Strange, Quicksilver, Vision, fuck that. This is a Kamala Khan and Kate Bishop exclusive.
This is like some fan tried to make a game, and it plays like that too.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
It seems like some creators were pushing for their characters to be a part of this shit, even if they were never meant to be a part of it.
I wish it didn't consume me, but I can't imagine how you drop a ball like this. It's the most lucrative IP in the world. And I said it a dozen times on my other videos that if you or I were given the Marvel license right now, you damn right we would be selling Spider-Man, Wolverine, Iron Man stuff because people like that. We'd be selling Hulk stuff because kids like that. But they went, nah, Kamala Khan, bro. Let those Avengers be side characters in this bitch. We're not gonna sell this if we put Kamala Khan on the box. They knew that. So let's put Avengers on the box. You can only play as Thor for a little bit. Loki doesn't really show up, and that's the end of that. 2 villains in your Marvel game. Ugly ass skins. And they realize that nobody's ever going to be able to argue with how ugly and ridiculous these skins are. So they try to redefine what comic accurate means. Are you for real, bro? Are you for real? Brain damage. Number 2. I had a client who was a newbie. He booked me for a dinner date. During dinner, he started crying. Man, this is a lot of crying in that list, man. I'm gonna start crying if I have to read another crying entry. He broke down and told me that he had just gone through a terrible divorce. You know what terrible divorce sounds like? Money. Dia? Oh no. It sounded like he still loved her, but she was already engaged to her new man. Fucking cock. Ya fucking walk. Get her out of your mind, you fucking loser. I ended up seeing this client regularly and things devolved. The ex-wife took the kids out of state. The kids wanted their cats, so he gave them up too. Both his parents were dead, no siblings. He stopped seeing me for a while when he got a new girlfriend. She ended up using him for his money. The last time I saw him, he said he was thinking of moving to Mexico. Why?
That's where you go if you want to get shot.
You go there to die? Is that what you do?
Kind of like here in Florida.
No, you come to Florida to die slowly. You understand?
Old people come here.
People refer to that as living out their days. You don't come here to die. You come here to live out your days, to slowly sunset. You know, this is like the motorcycle variation of this. You buy a motorcycle, sir. What kind of helmet would you like? I won't be needing one of those. Now, how would you stand on this motorcycle if you were to ride it down the street, sir? Bitchin' motor running. Y'all filming this? It's gonna make a badass TikTok. I didn't hear from him for a while and life became busy for me. A few years later, I thought of him and randomly looked him up. I found his obituary. And it was a few weeks after the last time I saw him. I think he killed himself, and I really feel terrible about it. It haunts me. It's crazy when some people take, the will to live away from people, man. I can't imagine starting a family and pumping some babies into a bitch and then having her fuck around on somebody else and then taking the kids, taking the pets. You don't get a new pet, bro?
Get a dog.
Get a new pet. You can do that. It ain't the old pet, but you can love this one in a new way. Get it from a baby and grow that baby. All it will ever have known as it grows is you.
And animals only.
It ain't even just about the love, darling. It is kind of about anchoring a motherfucker to this realm. Some people feel that, oh, well, what will I do without? Some people will just give up a pet, yeah. But some people feel, anchored to this fucking plane because they have to take care of their pet. It's like a little baby. I feel like dogs are better for some. I don't know. Let me stop. My bad, Dia. It's tragic, though.
If you want kind of like a little human companion pet, you get a cat. But if you want like a companion that's gonna want your attention and love 24/7, then get the dog. And if you want something pretty to look at and that needs your assistance, get a fish.
Captain Flintlock says Florida is nature's waiting room. Nah, depends on the part of Florida you're in. Florida is properly hell, I'm living in hell right now. You know how many edibles I'd have if we were living anywhere else? I'd have a mountain of them.
Have you told anyone what happened earlier today?
What happened today?
On our drive.
What do you mean?
Yeah, we were trying to...
No, let's not talk about that. It really made me upset. Today was an upsetting day for me. But we came home, we made eggs, and that was that.
And we enjoyed this.
And it's my fault for living here because, this is when I wake up. This is my schedule. So the idea that I can't really go out and then get anything because everywhere just sucks. Or is closed or... Oh, man. We finally made it to the end of this list, though. It was a journey. But you joined me from beginning to end. Can you say that a woman can finish you off like that? I don't think so. Number 1 on the list of saddest sex worker requests reads as follows. The young man who came into rural Australian brothel that I was working in. He didn't want sex. He just wanted someone to hold him and touch for 2 hours. He barely spoke, but he did tell me his story. Hold on. He barely spoke, but he told me his story. Why isn't it playing? Is it quiet? You've muted it. Is it going to be comedy anymore? His parents lived in a farmhouse. I can't do it. I don't know what an Australian sounds like right now. Sounds kind of like a New Zealander, right? Have I never worked on an Australian accent before?
You've tried using it before, but your accents are a little wobbly at times. You'd have to really practice them.
I want to look up Oscar's accent right now.
No.
Plantation.
And the dirt, the seeds in the dirt. His parents lived in a farmhouse at the front of the property, and he lived at the other end of the property in a smaller house on his own. Like most farmers, he worked dawn till dusk most days, and he rarely spoke to other humans, and he didn't have time to go out and meet women. I felt sad for him because this was his life and he had pretty much lost his social skills. No, but there's dating sites for farmers. Come on.
In Australia?
There's dating sites everywhere for everyone. And yes, it is a fucking hierarchy of people, being beautiful. But the less beautiful people can find other less beautiful people too. If they're all judgmental and judging people exclusively either by their looks or what they're earning, which is how dating sites work. You're right. So, it's a double-edged sword what I'm saying right now. But the bottom line is...
The other thing that you have to think about is Australia. And from my
Hear me out, though, Dia. No, there's shit for everybody. It's not like it's 2000 and the internet hasn't really caught up to anywhere and technology hasn't caught up.
I'm not talking about technology or anything like that. I'm talking about the fact that if he lives in the middle of bumfuck nowhere...
He can still find someone, sweetie, and it will inevitably... Yeah. But it's the problem is that he hasn't found anyone. It's not that there is a long drive or that the commute would be the issue. You know, a lot of people, especially in Australia, because of how far they would be away from each other, would probably, well, not everybody. They could probably just find other people who are situated near them. But in this guy's instance, if he is a farmer and otherwise wouldn't get out, you know, think about how many dating sites there are exclusively for farmers or exclusively for racists. You know, Trump supporters, all kind of bullshit. You can just jump on that shit and try to find other people. And like, imagine you, a girl on a farmer site. You've got the pick of the litter. You know, you can pick anybody. To be honest, you're right. Unless this dude is beautiful, he's probably not going to be meeting anybody. You know?
Like, Australia works a little differently than it does here.
It doesn't. I'm telling you. I don't know why you think just because distance exists.
It's not just about distance. I'm just talking about Australia in general. Just
Well, of course, nobody's arguing that
differently.
only 4 items in the cosmetic vendor. Well, yeah. I have people in my comment section talking about how, oh, that's deliberate. They did that on purpose. And I say, oh, you mean to tell me they put 4 items and then 12 empty slots in the shop and that's on purpose? That's cool. You know what I mean? Yo, Marvel's Avengers is on that alpha shit. Holy shit.
You mean beta?
No. Alpha. Alpha comes before beta.
I don't understand.
Why?
Your people are shit.
Well, no, apparently the new Lego Bing Bong game was delayed. I guess a lot of people care about that. I'm not a Lego man. But apparently I need to be because it's better than what is this? The entire channel uploads edited together clips from rejected America's Funniest Home videotapes. Cool. I'd like that. What's this with the bees? We keep seeing this thing with the bees. The man and the bees.
The queen must be in there.
The Red Major says, hey, did you see? I really wish that y'all would stop calling it this. It's just another asset flip skin. We've been over this a million times. But you know, if it's exciting to you because it looks different, then by all means, pay $14 for it. But this game will continue to fail because what it does not offer is anything in the way of accurate skins. Insomniac Spider-Man does, this game could too, but instead it tries so hard to be distinct as if it doesn't have permission to use it. If this skin had the lights on the fucking chin, I'd give it more credit. But it doesn't. It has it on the head as if they're straight up not allowed to use it. So I am baffled by this game. And with every opportunity it gets, it makes it more and more clear it could never succeed. It could and will never succeed. Pretty tragic. So here's hoping they dump out Black Panther and Spider-Man soon so we can wrap this shit up. Cringetopia, haha, dumb kid, and favorite girl.
Tell me where the freaks at.
Did somebody really end themselves because
Tell me.
I don't believe it.
That's not funny.
I don't believe it. What is this? Dream gender? What if dream gender was sad tire? Is sad tire like it's supposed to be satire?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bone apple teeth.
Scenario. Yep. Guys, love you. Talk to you soon. MLB The Show is coming to Game Pass. Well, good for a baseball game. Good for you. These are butts. These are butts playing fucking instruments. We good. We good. Wait a minute. Snoop Dogg tried to play? Snoop tried to play? Look at this shit. Fuck! Damn! Snoop ain't in the mood for this shit. Y'all got me fucked up.
Is
What?
it? I think.
Wait, this is them
from,
editing
from
something?
From a previous stream where he was trying to play like FIFA or something, and he got mad.
Why did he get so mad?
Because like he wasn't winning or some shit like that. I don't know. I just remember that he got so mad that he just walked away and didn't shut off his stream for like a couple of good hours. And eventually, hours later, he came back and shut it off, and he had like 1,000 people watching him. Like, he had more people watching him when he wasn't on stream than when he was. And like, he played a total of like 15 minutes. So that was great.
If I see one more comment implying I might be on to something with the fucking recolor versus asset flip bullshit that I put into my last fucking video, Dia. Like, what people don't understand is this game is not popular. Marvel's Avengers has never been popular and will never be popular. And what I've moved on from is trying to show, because what I've been doing is unfortunately explaining to people in Kyle terms why this game is wrong. And maybe that's a little too highbrow. So I've come down to people's level where they can understand it. Not the people who watch my videos typically, but the defenders, Dia. The defenders can't get what I mean when I use certain terms. So I've had to basically go, look at this game. See how this game does it? Now look at Marvel's Avengers. It can't even do that. And then I say, this game came out in 2014. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh my God, I guess I can't argue with that, bro. Yo, if this game had actual people caring about it, then people would talk about it, yeah? Wouldn't just be Kyle bitching about how much the game sucks and how the characters are ugly. How you make a Marvel game with ugly characters? Don't you... I'm sorry. I just want to ask you one question about it, and it's this. Don't you think it was explosively fucking bold of them? Not just Kamala Khan as a main character that you gotta play hours of, bro, for a launch of a Marvel game. But two villains, Dia, and most importantly, they're all ugly?
You forget that right now we are in the age of we gotta make everyone ugly. No one can be pretty.
No. Ugly fucking character models in the way of faces is completely understandable. Ugly women, because they need to be fat, they can't have asses, and they cannot have breasts, are completely understandable. Yes, we live in a woke time, and I get that shit. But Dia, what you mean? This dude in his suit, this superhero in his suit is ugly? How does that happen? Why do you think you're going to be able to sell something like that? Why do you think that on top of the $60 purchase that somebody's going to want to drop $14 on this shit? You sit next to Fortnite, who is out here rolling out literal better incarnations of the same superheroes. Identical to some of their comic book counterparts, identical to their MCU counterparts. And you think that with these ugly... Bro, this is my point. The girls could be ugly. The girls could be covered up. The guys could have ugly fucking faces. Maybe even the models could be schlubby. Maybe they're too fat. Maybe they're too wide. Maybe they're not standing properly with good posture to indicate, the kind of heroic fucking, they're a superhero. They're not standing with any pride or, look at me, I'm badass. You don't get that feel when you look at them. All of that, in my opinion, is excusable. But when you take ugly fucking suits and that's what you put on them, it's like y'all niggas must have been fucking smoking crack thinking you were going to be able to get away with this. Not cocaine. Cocaine would have made you work and do a better job. But y'all doing that crack. And the only thing you were worried about was your next fucking crack hit. because you were like, oh, we gotta get this done. Fuck it. I don't care about this. Are you serious? Look how ugly all of the fucking skins are. I think it's like
bold of you to think that they give a shit.
Bold.
Look, man.
Yeah, I think there was too much money on the line, not just in the way of what you would be held accountable for, not by people, because nobody cares about this game, but by your superiors, and whether or not this is going to have a future. My favorite thing when the game came out was the idea that this game started development 7 days ago. Oh, give them a break, Kyle. This game just launched. Oh, say word, it wasn't developing for years? There aren't a bunch of studios on board and all kind of bullshit like this, dude? Single player you can't replay for 7 months, Dia? Hold on.
I think there were a lot of mistakes made throughout these years of development hell that they went through. I think at this point, just like some people think that someone who was working in Doctor Who infiltrated so that it would go down and there would be no more Doctor Who. Just like the asshole who made part 2 of The Last of Us. He made it.
You can't say that, darling.
He got into a position where he could make a shitty game.
I understand. Here's the thing. Even with some people potentially only having a boner for characters like Kamala Khan, potentially with somebody who had a savage dislike, they hated the Marvel property, and their only goal was to just make this another bucket of crap because they don't even care about this and they don't want to make it. They weren't going to do any damage to Marvel, because when people think about Marvel's Avengers, they think hashtag not my Marvel, bro. This isn't our Marvel. It's not the MCU. It's not the glorious comic books. It's forgettable. It's not even like a thimble's worth of fluid in an ocean of marvelous, no pun intended, content that's for over 80 years has permeated our pop culture and resulted in some of the most iconic, you can think of this shit clearly in your sleep type bullshit. So why, Dia, if they're making a game that somehow was worse than the type of throwaway shit you'd find in a cereal box, kind of free game that you would get as like a demo on a trial for a new internet service provider from circa fucking 1999. What the fuck? It's fucking confusing. If y'all had any money, why spend it on anything other than the skins you were going to try to charge people for after you sold them this broke ass game? It's crazy.
I don't think they care.
It's crazy.
I don't think they care.
You don't think they care about their future as a studio, Dia? Because I want you to know something.
I don't think they care about this game, period.
No. Fuck the game, Dia. Fuck the game. These niggas working as part of a studio that I think has self-immolated. Crystal Dynamics itself as a studio is on fire. Who would buy something by them in the future? People give enough of a shit about fucking, Tomb Raider to pick some shit like that up after they fucking just took a hot shit and tried to smear a Marvel's Avengers label on that shit, my dude. They couldn't give their next game away, is my point.
The difference between this company and someone, unfortunately, who, people have been talking about whether it's been, jeopardized or not. You gotta think of, CD Projekt Red.
Come on, Dia. That game released with content and it worked flawlessly on PC. Never let that be understated. The consoles were an abortion, yes.
You're preaching to the fucking choir. I enjoyed what I have played of this game, and I have no tiffs with these people. But unfortunately, CD Projekt Red has had a very good track record of giving people what they want as far as their game goes. So when they were let down so monumentally with some of the stuff that they were saying about their game, that didn't exactly come, to fruition when they actually got the game and they played it, unfortunately their reputation has been tarnished.
Sure. Tarnished so badly that you think nobody would buy a future product from them in the next couple of years?
Unfortunately, a lot of people are thinking.
But babe, I think that you're wrong.
What I'm going with this is that CD Projekt Red had a very, very high reputation where any fumble could hit them a little harder.
Come on.
Than Crystal Dynamics could. What game?
It is in no way comparable.
You know, their reputation could really be damaged in the future. You know, this game is just another crappy
I'm
game.
I'm gonna lay this out for you in a capacity where I'm making it clear that I don't understand where the fuck you're coming from with this. Do you think that it's in anywhere comparable to what Crystal Dynamics has done to its own reputation with this fucking game?
I don't think anyone really cares of what they do, you know, in the future. Like this,
bro, here's my point. I'm asking you, as far as it is considered, as far as it is comparable, Dia, with Crystal Dynamics and what they made, do you think they have sabotaged themselves way more? Or basically, do you think that Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red has come anywhere close to what Crystal Dynamics has done to themselves? You want to know what I believe? My belief in my heart is that there's no fucking way that they would make money even releasing a Tomb Raider game in the future. Because this, Dia, is not just incompetent. It's not just we got hit with COVID, bro. I don't want to see anything from the studio ever again.
And I don't either.
And that's me on a personal level.
Play any of its previous games.
But,
I don't care.
But hear me out. What I'm wondering is why you've brought up CD Projekt Red.
Because unfortunately people will think back to this game that everyone was super, super excited for and hyped for, and they were so let down because of how high of a track record they had in the
Dia, I understand that people gave a shit. That's the point that you're making, is that Cyberpunk actually had attention and people cared about the game. Whereas nobody cared about Avengers because before it came out, a year before it came out, people could look at it and see that's cheap, that's dog shit, that's irrelevant. And more so, before it comes out and people are going, the protagonist of your fucking game is going to be Kamala Khan.
They were already giving red flags as far as where they were going with their game. And unfortunately, people still thought that this game was going to be anything good.
Dia, this is a video that was posted about a year ago. It's an IGN video. It's got more dislikes than likes. It says Kamala Khan is the main protagonist in Marvel's Avengers. I'm just gonna scroll down here. Okay, I'm not reading this to prove any point to you as it pertains to what we're discussing right now. I just want to give you a general idea, maybe even to boost your point that people actually gave a shit about Cyberpunk, and they certainly didn't give a shit about this, because what I'm looking for in this comment section is at least 2 people going, you have saved me a purchase, okay? Here's one comment. They really keep pushing in on uninteresting characters. A year ago, somebody wrote that. At the end of the day is over. Lol. Kamala Khan because diversity, shrug. When you make a game called Avengers, but the protagonist isn't even an Avenger. Somebody said, thanks for the heads up, you saved me $60. And just like that, I'm no longer gonna buy it, my dude. People don't talk about this shit like Kamala Khan was part of the problem, but why she need to be a main character? Why I need to do this hacky, just fucking cliched story about this young, naive character coming and showing everybody the error of their ways? Aw, fuck you with this game. Hear me out, though. As we get back to your point, Dia, yes, just like Outriders, there are actually people fucking playing Outriders. There were actually people waiting and ready, taken off of work, eager, because this has been something almost a decade in the making as far as Cyberpunk was concerned. But so people gave a shit, my dude. People gave a shit, and I hear you with that. You're saying potentially they have lost more people interested because that many more people were interested in the first place. What I am bringing to light in my, what I'm trying to articulate and make clear is I do not regard Cyberpunk having sabotaged its reputation anywhere near as much as Crystal Dynamics has.
The
But
thing
what you're saying is because that many more people were interested in Cyberpunk, they had that much more to lose. And with Marvel's Avengers, you can't lose what you don't have, which is attention. Marvel's Avengers didn't have attention, so they didn't really have anything to lose. But I'm talking about the studios. I'm talking about the studios setting themselves on fire.
I'm talking about the studios.
What do you?
CD Projekt had a much higher reputation, much more to
You're
lose
right.
of the
You're
game,
right, and I
the
completely
game
agree with
failed.
that.
And it did, unfortunately.
But
for a
let
lot
me.
of
Can
people.
we say it to you like this?
And Crystal Dynamics had nothing, unfortunately.
I get you, and I
It had
agree.
no reputation
I agree
to
like
lose.
that. But hear me out.
It gave
Dia,
very
tomorrow,
little sense of-
tomorrow, Crystal Dynamics and CD Projekt Red put a game out. Who's selling more copies?
Think about the same.
You fucking crazy on that shit,
I
Dia.
feel like eventually.
Dia, you
people
just
will
said
come
your
back.
whole point just now was that there were much more people who gave a shit about Cyberpunk because it's a CD Projekt Red thing. Right now, tomorrow, CD Projekt Red, Crystal Dynamics both put something out. Who's selling more? You know that there's probably like 100 times the amount of people playing right now CD Projekt Red's most recent game. Struggling to make 1,000 fucking players on Steam right now is Marvel's Avengers. Last we checked today, it was like 1,300. Why can't you just admit that? 800 niggas playing Marvel's Avengers right now. The joke writes itself, my nigga. The joke writes itself. Dia, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. Marvel's Avengers. 800 players. If CD Projekt Red released a game and Crystal Dynamics released a game, how many more people, who's going to buy more? Who's going to buy which game more, Dia? That's what I'm asking you, because you know the fucking answer is Crystal Dynamics failing. You know the answer is they're going to buy the CD Projekt Red game more. And again, I'm defaulting to your opinion initially, which was to say, yes, more people give a shit about CD Projekt Red in general. So it's almost no contest in that regard. But what I'm talking about as it pertains to studio reputation is that if they bust another fucking game, ooh, Lord. Which is why, it's really funny to me. If you don't watch the Defender channels, and I don't really, spend too much time letting them play in the background, people talking seriously about a Guardians of the Galaxy game getting made. Because back in the day, back a year or so ago or whatever, there was apparently a deal made for Crystal Dynamics to handle multiple Marvel games being made. And they're genuinely talking about that shit right now as if it's going to be released, as if they could fucking give that game away, dude. They could make it PlayStation Plus exclusive. No, not exclusive, but where it's a deal where they give it away for free. They could put it on the Game Pass. People still wouldn't play that fucking game because Crystal Dynamics has lit itself on fire, and I believe that they have absolutely obliterated any and everything they have in the way of a reputation. CD Projekt Red fucked up. But can I tell you something wild, Dia? Most PC players played through the majority of that game without issue. You know what I mean? A lot of people did have big game fucking issues, my dude. But at least one platform worked. Marvel's Avengers couldn't say that about any of the platforms that it came out on top of the fact that nobody was initially interested, and for good reason. Before the game came out, a year before it came out, people were looking and going, oh no. And as we got closer to the game, it was oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. At the very least, Dia, with CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk, people didn't know it was oh no time until after the game came out. Because the version they released was the version that worked. So all of the fucking, hype train and content creators were like, oh my God, this game's so great. We played it on PC and it works and it's dope and it's just the next level and everything that I ever dreamed for it to be. It's only after the game was released that people on the console are like, bitch, wait a minute. What the fuck?
It wasn't just that. It was the fact that they told people, don't talk about a certain point into your gameplay.
Oh, but sweetie, those portions were not compromised by the bugs that fucked the game up because, again, they were on PC. There were hang-ups, there were bugs, there were stalls. There were the types of things that didn't compromise people's experience, but their experiences were entirely on PC. You know? And that's what's fucked. It's fucked, it's deceptive, it's cruel, but my point, as I'm saying, is if tomorrow they came out with a Witcher 4, and tomorrow they came out with a Guardians of the Galaxy game by Crystal Dynamics, oh no. Again, I agree with you. Forgive me for getting fired up. The problem is, Crystal Dynamics has wounded itself to the point where it's going to die. But I believe that CD Projekt Red just took what we call a blow that they can recover from. Was it a big blow? Yes. And the bigger you are, the harder you fall. But we both agree, Crystal wasn't that big. Wasn't that far to fall. I'm sorry you disagree, but I feel like I wish you could see it from my perspective with Crystal Dynamics not just fighting for this stupid ass game at this point, they fight for their own reputation, my dude. And it makes me wonder, okay, are all of the people who normally work on like Tomb Raider working on this game right now? Because certainly people have already been split off onto new projects and shit like that. It's got to be a skeleton crew working on Avengers. But they're pulling the weight of Crystal Dynamics as far as the name is concerned. Every day I get comments about people mad about Deus Ex. You and I don't know much about Deus Ex, but we know that that game could have been made and it didn't get made, and this bullshit happened instead. So, I'm very sorry. I'm very sad, but I feel like they got the fight of their lives on their hands. They managed 1,500 today. Good for them. I hope that it continues to grow. I hope when Black Panther comes out in the next fucking half a year that they get a little something back before they got to dump out Spider-Man. But you see me capturing footage. You help me capture the footage, Dia. Would you ever in your life compare the Spider-Man footage that you see me gathering to anything that you might experience in Avengers? Would you?
What? That's not even a question.
Yeah.
What?
So it's just like, I don't need it to be identical, but man, we always talking about Marvel's Avengers, the game that can't support two people in a lobby without problems. You launched a multiplayer game and 7 months later we still can't stay together without issues. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. Avengers is not the issue for me. It's like, what have you done? What have you done to your studio? Think gamers are gonna forget, bro? That's the whole channel right now, Dia. Is me going, all right, I'm not going to forget. You may have paid off a couple of shills to make it seem like it's not a big deal. Everything's great. Oh, it's just a matter of opinion. So you know what? It's forced me to become better in detailing shit. Less opinions, more of what's factually here and what is factually not. I hope them memes hurt. I hope them memes hurt, because it's really weird to see a Marvel game with two fucking villains. It's a fucking shame. But I don't want them to remember the video game. I want them to remember Crystal Dynamics. They did this shit. They did this shit. They thought they could get away with it. They lazy as fuck. They still flipping assets. You still flipping assets, my nigga? You see how angry the fucking community is? The community that I got banned from because they were trying so hard to preserve a very specific narrative. That everything was okay. Nothing's wrong. Bruh, I just don't feel like they knew what they were doing. And again, they didn't care, but they don't care about their future, Dia. They just ready to pack up shop. They don't need these jobs. You think they have other jobs lined up? I can't imagine what it's like. And then I don't have to worry
why has
about.
No one talked? You know, you could anonymously talk.
You know,
just like Anthem people did.
Dia,
anonymously.
I don't know if you've been in here or awake, but the exact argument that I'm always making is, why has nobody said anything to Jason Schreier?
No one gives a shit.
Why has nobody said anything to this man? Do they believe that there's going to be a comeback? You gotta know better than that at this point. You gotta know better than that.
I think people have just moved on to the next thing, and they don't care about this. They're just
no, sweetie.
Shambling about.
Babe,
until
even if there
the
were
next
no
thing.
other thing to move on to. Oh, you mean the staff?
Yes, the staff.
Oh, you damn Skippy. I think immediately when the game came out, it was already Skeleton Crew time, and that's why this is so hard to develop.
So
But here's my point. Why hasn't Square Enix come in and gone, we done with this? We done with this. Do they not know the severity because nobody's covering it? That's what I wonder about all the time, is if Square Enix doesn't know how bad it really is. You know, did the staff spin some crazy stories about the virus and how bad and scary and difficult things are during this time, and we're working from home and it's really hard, and nobody cares about the game enough to cover it, so the optics aren't bad? But bro,
the only thing that I can think of with Square Enix is the fact that this is just one of the many things that they've published, and the other things are making them money.
the other things are fine. And
Yeah.
here's the thing,
This
you
is
have to
just-
wonder if this must have generated something in the way of enough of a profit for them to kind of like
Shrug it off.
not shrug it off, but make it easy for them to grease an explanation of, it'll make that up. Well, we got a lot of microtransactions coming down the line, and that's what this is, that's the future. Look at Fortnite, you know what I mean? Like they could just explain, like they got like a world-class shyster in there that can just talk their way out of a situation. Why haven't they shut this abortion down? If this is the best that they can do. And the problem for media, it's not that they're short-staffed and they don't have a lot of talent that can sit down and make a skin that's not garbage. When you look at this, when you look at some of their lazy-ass bullshit, they're not allowed to use the skins. They're not allowed to. How do you have a Marvel game, but you're not allowed to make superhero looks? Why was that not the first thing you did? You know how much they dumped on voiceover fucking like budget?
The only thing that I can think of is Disney. Who owns all of this shit? Disney. We had issues with some of the shit that we were seeing as far as the Guardians of the Galaxy initially with some of those skins from Marvel in Fortnite of all places. So Disney owns this shit.
No, but Disney doesn't care. Disney doesn't care. They've been given the money for the license. Okay? And I'm sure that the way that it must work is that they don't just need the Disney license to use the characters. They need a number of different licenses to use certain appearances, to use certain, certain looks. But why, oh why, were you dumb enough? And it's incompetence at the end of the day. They didn't know what they were making. They don't know what kind of game that this was. They don't know anything about the live service sphere. They were making a single player game and they dumped all of their money into that. And it wasn't even that great. It wasn't even that great because they balanced it all on Kamala Khan and a couple of set pieces that at the end of the day was shrug-worthy bullshit. You made a looter game and it has bad loot in it. You made a Marvel game and it has 2 villains that you can repeat. You made a game so broken that 7 months after it, you're only just incorporating the ability to fucking replay the story mode. And here's where I'm coming from, Dia. When you look at every other game in the same sphere, there's something to do. There's nothing to do in this game. So it's not just about like, because we're running into other issues that I'm not sure people think about. When you think about how much they paid the voiceover talent, people actually came back to this game for the Hawkeye DLC and they reviewed it. And you know what they said, Dia? They said that it was really strange having Hawkeye not interact with the other Avengers anymore. And it made me wonder, do y'all niggas have money? Do y'all niggas have money to pay the voice actors to even, they don't need to come in. They could probably even from their house, from their studio, makeshift studio, send in their fucking bullshit to put into your game. But you have the money to pay these voiceover artists all the time for new lines that they need to record because you weren't smart enough to have them done at the time, And that's what a live service needs, when it needs to live, when it needs to change, when it needs to adapt and grow. You need to have the same niggas on deck recording bullshit. You should have gotten nobodies to voice this thing that were currently and infinitely available, maybe so in love with the characters that you'd have to wonder if they'd fucking do it for free, because they need to be always on call to make it so that it really seems like something that is alive as opposed to dead. But you got these voiceover artists and you paid a crazy amount of money for them, and I have to wonder how much they have access to them. And I compare it to this. Back in the day, Dia, Peter Dinklage was the original voice of the Ghost. I don't know the specifics. I can't speak to the specifics because I'm not aware. But they changed the voiceover artist. Okay? And people like to go, oh, his performance was stale, his performance was flat. Bitch, an actor is a paintbrush. And the paintbrush can only do as much as the director or the painter, as the direction gives them. Okay? You can be the best actor in the world. You want a movie that has incompetent fucking, people behind the camera? They don't know what to do with you. What, you gonna run the movie? Actor gonna jump up into the director's seat and tell people how the script should go and how the scene is gonna go and what the fuck? That's not how it works. So they changed the voiceover with Peter Dinklage, bro. Maybe he got too busy. Maybe he got too expensive. You know what I mean? Peter Dinklage was in a lot of fucking shit around the time Destiny happened, but they changed him because for whatever reason, they did not have access to him. I think right now, not only do they not have access to the voiceover artists that they did before, but they don't even have money to change them to somebody new unless they gonna have a bunch of niggas that are actually working at Crystal Dynamics voice some of these characters. Now, if you were making a live service, you should have had the foresight to know that in the future, especially if you're making like an ensemble thing like this, that you would need to get these people back to record new lines and new interactions. This isn't new. When did Overwatch come out, Dia? 2016? Something like that?
I don't know.
Destiny came out in 2014. When did Overwatch come out? I was right. 2016 is when Overwatch came out. First Destiny came out in 2014. And that's pretty much it. That's the bow for Marvel's Avengers. Is that it's made mistakes that the gaming industry has made for the past decade because it couldn't be pissed to look around. They poured money into voiceover talent and all kind of bullshit for their single player that you couldn't replay for 7 fucking months. But the looter portion, the grind portion, was just a bucket of shit. Marvel's Avengers is bad, and I'd love to transition away from talking about Marvel's Avengers, but people will make me out to seem like a bully if I were ever to lay out some of the shit that I have been chronicling about Crystal Dynamics' behavior in the midst of this entire debacle. It is suspicious. It is suspicious. And I'm 1,000 times more interested in the truth, in the documentary that comes out potentially of what went wrong, what was going on behind the scenes. Does everybody there want to keep doing this? How has nobody gone to Jason Schreier? How has he not gotten anybody to talk when we know that this stupid ass game made it onto his radar the last time they made some boneheaded fucking decisions about stupid shit like increasing the grind instead of actually putting content in the game? It's funny.
Which that didn't even really come to fruition. Nothing really changed. So I don't think even them trying to implement that worked out for them.
The game's too buggy for that to be an issue, and that's what I kept saying at the time. Is that the game is so buggy that you could triple the amount of XP that it takes to get to level 150. We can just reload a checkpoint and walk to a circle and get all the XP we need to get there. Y'all got time to waste on developing shit like that? I hope it was just a quick number change. Because if it was just something that you could do quickly, how come nothing else gets done quickly?
Captain just said you assume that no one came to him. If someone did come to him, why?
If someone did go to Jason Schreier, he would have came out and said some shit.
Immediately when someone came to him about Anthem, he made an article about it pretty fucking quickly afterwards. So let's say that the same case scenario happened. Why hasn't he made an article about it already?
there's something so suspicious going on. Because I'm not really worried about this game anymore. You could probably hear it in my voice sometimes. Like the things I'm suggesting, the things I'm bringing up, it's not even like I expect them to change. I'm kind of confused about where this goes. About where that studio goes from here. Will they just be able to, throw some dirt on this at the end of the day and hopefully they think they can go back to making Tomb Raider games and it'll all be fine? When they're really just they're riding they're coasting on the legacy of those games. And it's so funny. We always love to look at, the old incarnations of Lara Croft and how she's cute and, she has her little outfit. And these days, no. We got to cover her way up. We got to cover her way up now. But even in Marvel's Avengers, they dunked on by Fortnite. I just think it's like, it feels like I'm living in like a parallel dimension, It feels like I'm living in a parallel dimension. I feel that right now, if Crystal Dynamics were to come out with a Tomb Raider game, they would not allow this old outfit. Because how dare you nasty men want to have a girl in shorts? What's wrong with you? Sick bastards. That's all she is a piece of meat. No shorts for you. But Fortnite knows better. Fortnite knows to put this shit in there. Because that's what people want. Because that's what people like. Because that's the legacy that y'all built up. I love it. Let me see. Let me type in Lara Croft Evolution. My favorite part, Dia, is that only the new ones. Only the new one. Okay. I recognize some people resist success. Jesus, why you want a Black Ops remaster, man? You know what I want? A Modern Warfare 2 remaster.
No, you don't.
Not if they make it the way that
They already they said earlier that they remastered it, but they knew that no one would like it.
That I hope that was a rumor. I hope that was a rumor. Does Crystal Dynamics expect the internet to forget? One day all my videos will be gone even though they're backed up to a hard drive, baby. Ha ha ha. I'm worried for them. They on their own stream spinning sob stories about how their team needs morale boosts because they need to be cheered up. Oh, bitch, y'all did this to yourself, though. You understand that? You flipping assets on people and charging us $14 for it. This dude said, "I love this game to death, but this is really disappointing. These skins are $14." Bless everyone that thinks this is fine. I wish this didn't make me sad. Holy shit. Avengers Defense Force. The fact that it is normally a reused asset slightly changed makes it more insulting. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. The thing is, if they had just gotten their shit together in a timely fashion, they would have a lot more people being completely nice and lenient and not so aware of these obvious asset flips, but you've given it too much time. I'm gonna go write more machinima. Like it's 2006 or something. Oh man, I love you guys. Pasquale said, "Who needs a morale boost?" They said that on stream, on a developer stream. They said, "Oh, we share things internally in the way of suggestions when people need cheering up. Keep your suggestions coming." I got a suggestion here from 5 months ago. And it wasn't even me going, "This is what I want." I asked the community, "Would you like to see these improvements?" 1,795 upvotes on that. That's not the total upvotes. That's just the amount of upvotes it has among all the people who must have been downvoting it. You want to know how many posts will get you to the top of Play Avengers these days? Just to show you how much people are interested in stuff. 100, 200, 200. You know, this is the amount of upvotes you see on shit these days. Back when people cared about this subreddit, I said, "Hey man, would y'all like to see triple the villains? Level up rewards after 50? You think that's pretty easy, right?" Jesus, you play Destiny. Imagine if every time, even when you're max level, you reach the end of your bar, it didn't give you anything. That's Marvel's Avengers. Why even have that bar, my nigga? Why does the bar exist to fill up if you're not going to get anything? We have custom harm rooms in the game 7 months after launch that cannot change fucking environments. And you've heard me bitch about it before. Just like the Danger Room, just like the holodeck in Star Trek. How fucking bizarre would it be if you can't change the fucking background of something? It's not weird. It's not weird to people. There's a lot of bullshit you can use to enhance the game. Look at this. This is a bunch of modifiers in stupid ass Marvel's Avengers. A bunch of modifiers that you can literally just, if they allowed you to use the modifiers in that room, it'd be pretty interesting. But you probably put all the modifiers on and see if you could really take it. Just test out your stupid ass build. 5 months ago, I made this suggestion, and on this thing, I said, modifiers and environments. They came out with custom harm rooms, so we can fight the one enemy type they have in the game, but guess what's mysteriously missing from it? Modifiers and environments. It's almost like to spite me. 5 months ago, I suggested a patrol mode because there's no end game and there's no mode variety. And they're like, "We'll come out with patrol in the next year." Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Marketplace still too expensive, still ain't no loot worth chasing, still can't lock gear, can't share artifacts, and everybody's running out of space in their vault now because there's a bunch of characters that have been added, and by a bunch I mean 2, and by 2 I mean archers, and still, so we done, you know. I eagerly watch Crystal Dynamics. I'm not sure what they doing. Oh snap. Every $1 bill I've collected from tips over 2 years, $1,600. It's sad that you could work for 2 years and only make $1,600 in tips, isn't it? Am I wrong for that? Let's say you work every day for a year and you make $5 in tips. We pulling out a calculator right now. Calculator. So 365 times 5 equals, Jesus Christ, 365 times 5 is 825. But let's say you're only working, I don't know, let's say you're working about 300 of those days a year. So let's modify it. 300 times 5 is of course 1,500. That's 1 year. You make $5 in tips. Oh, you know what? But they're saying they're collecting only the dollar. So maybe they got $5 bills, $10 bills, shit like that. But for the loose dollars, they're just putting them in a bag. Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it's just the singles that they separated. Because, bro, if you work 300 days and got $5 in tips each day, that's $1,500 already. So you're telling me this is 2 years and that's only $1,600? It still seems like a little bit. Man, you got to pray for some of these people working with people, because motherfuckers apparently don't tip. You know how many times I've gone hungry because I don't have enough for the tip? I wouldn't think of shorting somebody. That's fucked up.
You don't have enough for the tip?
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry. We'll ease into it.
Pasquale said, best night ever at the strip club. Jesus said, the more you play, the higher your power gets. I don't know. They got a little couch for this. Oh my gosh, look at them.
It's a bed.
But look how he's laying on it.
Yeah, he's chilling in his bed. If I get a pet, I want a bed for it.
Recovering from being neutered. So do they just cut the dick off a cat?
What? No.
How does it work?
The balls.
But doesn't that still make them want to try to bang?
No, it makes them kind of depressed for a while. Eventually, they may get back into it, but at first, it just makes them a little sad.
With humans, we generate certain shit within the balls. Does it make him kind of like more of a pussy? No pun intended?
But no.
No?
Again, they'll eventually jump back. If anything, you know what I've heard people use neutering for? To calm their dogs down. It's disgusting to think of neutering a dog for the express purpose to make them so sad that they don't even want to move or do anything.
That's fucking crazy.
That's why some people do it, because it really does, it makes them a little sadder because they don't got balls no more.
Jesus says, I think my sister gets at least $80 a day in tips. She works at a place called Black Bear Diner. I mean this in the least, gross way possible. This is like, straight up just me asking you. Is she busty, or would you consider her like, over average in the way of her looking good? Because, it does make a difference when it comes to tips. And, I don't know, it may be an upscale joint, but still people stingy as fuck. So I hope that they throw in her a little bit of something, because this is crazy. But like I said, maybe they're getting a bunch of 10s, maybe they're getting a bunch of 5s, maybe even some 20s from some nice people, and it's only the singles that they separate. Just like when people throw coins into a piggy bank, it's only the coins. Man, I should ask you to put on some rice. I saw you get up. I saw you leave the room. Me when I'm 80 in a retirement home playing Pokemon Gen 24. No, I want to play Gen 1. Do you think we'll have a real Pokemon by then? No, not real Pokemon, but they'll look like Pokemon. But they'll probably poop.
I don't want real life Pokemon now.
Not real life like they have powers.
I don't.
Oh, you don't want them to even look like Pokemon either.
No.
Why, you think people will fuck them? Is that why?
Not only that, but we shouldn't be messing with nature so fucking hard.
I think that's like all we do though, is fuck with nature.
Yes, and look where we are now in a pandemic.
Well,
like we shouldn't be fucking with things that we aren't meant to fuck with, and nature is one of them.
Oh, bro, you damn right, because the first people to try to make an army with these things wouldn't be us. It will be the Asians. They're gonna make an army. Man, people were gonna. I knew I shouldn't have put that in there, Dia.
What are you talking about?
The recolor versus asset thing, because now they're gonna expect more, and they got the wrong guy. I don't think the game deserves content. There would be so many things like that if the game were popular, but oh my god, she looks great. She's kind of hippie. She looks great, Dia. Damn. It's kind of a cute little outfit though, like in its simplicity. Mm-hmm. It's so simple. It's like amazing in its simplicity, because that's how it was. That's how it was made. Jeez. I just love the outfit. I mean, she looks good, but I could use some more curves. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, she looks great. I don't know how I feel about red lipstick on you, though, Dia. Do you have any pictures of yourself in red lipstick?
No. My mom wouldn't let me.
Whoa. What the fuck?
There are some cats that are huge.
But look at
Like
its
dog
paws.
size.
It could fucking kill you.
Yeah, there are dog-sized cats.
It could fucking kill you, though. What at?
For all that you do for us, my man.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, Jesus. No, you embarrassed me. Thank you for being amazing. You're a hero, you're hardcore. You know, I'm just trying to, give people something to turn their brain off to and distract themselves with or put it on in the background. But instead, you guys get treated to me freaking out because some bunch of douches decided to not just... You know what would be better, Dia? Is if Marvel's Avengers came out, it sucked, and that was it. And that was it, you know?
Yeah, had it been a single-player experience.
Why are they trying to do this? I'm sorry.
Do you think Square Enix had a hand in trying to force them into making something they've never done before? Like a multiplayer?
Doesn't matter, man. They had time.
They could have picked the...
They had time. The problem for me, Dia, is that they haven't knocked anything out of the park other than the combat, who is explosively the fault of Vince, who used to be the combat lead for God of War. Okay? The combat is the only thing in Marvel's Avengers that feels full-assed. Everything else feels half-assed. Everybody's gonna go, oh, but the single player has moments. Bro, this is a Marvel game with 2 villains, 1 enemy type, and 0 Marvel locations, dude. It's not made like a real game. It's made like an episode. Do you understand me? Marvel's Avengers single player plays like an episodic game where in the next episode you're going to see what Captain America does with Hydra, and after that you're going to see what fucking Black Panther does with Claw and all his forces in Wakanda. Dude, Kamala Khan fighting AIM with discount fucking X-Men Inhumans? No! It's garbage. It's the worst of what Marvel has to offer. It's the least of what Marvel has to offer. And what I'm over the moon at the insinuation that an X-Men, that a fucking Guardians game is going to be made. You guys are so funny. These defenders are funny. And I can't not freak out about it because it's too funny. It's too funny. It's too funny. Captain Flint says the Inhumans suck. You know the worst part is? The Inhumans could have been done properly, but it would need to be done tastefully, intellectually. It need to be handled by somebody who doesn't treat everything like a fucking joke / knockoff. It's a bucket of shit, and I'm glad that they use the Inhumans, because can you imagine? I'd be probably, I don't even want to just breathe life into it, but if they had fucked up the X-Men, dude, I would probably be on a mountaintop right now. You understand me?
Don't throw the X-Men into this because someone said, oh, some people want the X-Men in here, but X-Men weren't Avengers.
What? Wolverine and Storm are Avengers? What are y'all talking about?
It's not about people who are knowledgeable about the universe. It's people who are just blindly defending this bullshit. Remember that. There is zero reason to try to reason with these people. It's a let it go type of situation.
How they gonna have a future? How they gonna have a future?
The only thing that's gonna keep,
Jason said, are the robots a thing? For sure, my dude, for sure. But they're just like one of many henchmen, you know? You got a Cap game with no Hydra, no Red Skull. You got a Thor game where Loki doesn't even show up as Loki. He's transformed into into Thor, so they can just use another skin and say it's Loki, and then he disappears. That is unresolved as of today. I don't know. I'm more worried about Crystal Dynamics. I want to see where the fuck they go in the future, because this is funny as fuck, and it's my life. It's funny. What did he do?
Dale.
Didn't quite make it. What's he doing? Bruh. He's gotta go. Oh, look at Bear. Huge. Scary. Could kill him, man.
Aren't grizzly bears bigger than black bears? I mean, polar bears are obviously bigger than all the bears, but aren't grizzly bears bigger? Like, that bear is huge, but I don't want to think about a bigger one than that.
Jesus said it's as if it's a Dragon Ball game, but only the Cybermen are the enemy types. I can't even handle how great an analogy that is, because they could have picked anybody, and they picked the Cybermen. That is such a great analogy, because you can't really think of anything worse than Cybermen, can you?
Even those characters were more interesting than this.
You damn right they were. They posed a serious threat. Cyberman had body count, homie. Cybermen were not fucking around. Cyberman fucked up, was it Tien? Dia?
Tien.
And Yamcha.
Yeah.
Tien and Yamcha. And Yamcha deserved it. He was super fucking cocky. Somebody need to teach these fools to double tap, man. Dragon Ball Z. Like, we're watching Kai right now. It is so gnarly. I'm so glad they condensed the shit out of that series into just a hotness. But you really get a feel for how savage the fucking Saiyans are when they first come. They are ready to kill.
I love them. They're proper villains.
Yeah, I don't even want to know. We got some stuff. I don't think that I can release that on the YouTube channel though.
What?
The thing that I was editing.
Why?
Oh, I forgot. I have to edit this. I forgot all about it. Well, yeah, no, Dia and I were watching, I really want to show you, but it's like I don't want to pull out of this one thing, but I will do it for you. What did I name it?
I think you should still be able to release it because it's not like you're showing a whole episode or anything.
Maybe if I just show it to y'all within the context of let me see, window capture, Vegas. All right, hold on, and then I hit make it camera. Hold on, and then I take this and I make it smaller. Hold on. Yo, Jesus. Dia was loving Raditz, and so was I. I did not remember him being so incredible. So hold up, because, you know, we weren't really planning to make anything interesting with all of this, but when stuff happens, because I have a live mic on, sometimes... Alright, hold on. it's too loud. It's too loud. Wait. Turn that down a little bit. And then I need to adjust the volume of Vegas. I could just ride that volume down like that. Let me try to play this.
Your power level is like a kazoo.
Jetson's car. Meet George Jetson, Father Raditz, stack the bodies on the beach. That's my favorite line so far.
Slaughter 100 human beings by this time tomorrow. If you get a taste for it, feel free to kill more. Stack the bodies over there on the beach.
Stack the bodies on the beach over there,
Stack
bitch.
the bodies on the beach.
Stack the bodies on the beach. Stack the bodies on the beach.
What a gymnast!
What? Where'd he go? I'm right here.
I love that.
Don't worry.
Oh my
It's not as
God.
bad as it looks. I only need one arm to fight.
Who are you kidding? You're dead already!
Yes, dude. Raditz has like death metal fucking voiceover work. What's going on there? Why does he sound like he's you're half dead already? Wow.
Dead already!
I love this guy.
Whoa, too loud, bitch. Did I not edit this portion? Fucking bullshit.
Don't do it, please! It's just a child, is that what you were going to say? Don't make me laugh.
Is that what you were going to say? Raditz, man. Just the best voiceover work. I can't handle it. I can't handle Raditz. I'm sorry. Wow. Should never have shown that to anybody. What if I'm supposed to release that later, bro?
Yeah, later.
But no, I don't know if they're going to let me put that on YouTube. Because it's like...
I think it should be fine as long as you don't show like a whole episode of something. I think that's when you could get in trouble.
I don't know, man. Maybe I need to put a blue filter over everything. Flip it. Dip it. You know?
Yeah, do what everyone else does on YouTube when they want to put a whole episode of an anime.
Yeah, I need to find filters to put over it. And then like maybe like a fisheye lens. Get like some film, you know, like when you watch stuff on a fatback TV and you have like those digital lines going across the screen. Get that kind of filter. It would be good. It would be dope.
Just make it so obnoxiously looking that no one will want to see it.
Ninja was talking about Odyssey. Like somebody was telling me about Odyssey, but it didn't seem as explosive yet, you know? I want the new YouTube replacement to be so irrefutably a replacement that we all just migrate. Until then, we're fucked. You know? We're fucked, man. Dia, you know the funny thing is, if they want me to make more stupid ass recolor versus asset flip, I would need to take advantage of you. Dia. You'd need to come into my world just so I could make the camera not be frozen. Yep. Because it was an afterthought. Everything's an afterthought in Marvel's Avengers, except for the combat. Thank you, Vince Napoli, and your God of War prowess. Your team was so capable. They followed you into the darkness that was this game, please. Sleeping Bear, bro. Uh-huh. Former atheist subreddit, what made you turn religious? One answer, and then I'm done. I wanted to pray for people to start using the serious tag. I don't like the serious tag. They make it hard to sin properly. Why can't you just sin seriously? You know?
Takes the fun out of it.
Takes the fun out if you're sinning seriously. It needs to be a joke for you to sin.
Yep.
You're gonna burn in hell. Harlot.
You.
What's happy power? I hate this song. You know, there are Bruno Mars songs that I like. This is not one of them. And Dia, I know it sounds weird because all of the TikTok dances and songs are by artists or whatever. But doesn't Bruno Mars seem like a little more official than these other ass clowns?
Yeah, well...
Like a DJ is down to earth. So Marshmello, does Major Lazer have a dance?
Yes. It has
Okay.
a skin and a song.
These guys are down to earth. I like to think Bruno represents the normie fucking recording artist bastards. You know? Is Daft Punk done? That means I can't get Daft Punk songs in Fortnite?
Yeah.
No, man.
Unless they both agreed that, oh, we are willing to let you have this song, but they're not making anything new. So, perhaps, who knows?
You know they didn't bring back the Tron skins, and it makes me wonder. Guys, actually, what we're gonna do, I'm surprised Teddy wants to see that. I appreciate it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come back with some Fortnite or
be careful with your next couple of words.
Mario Kart.
Oh.
Yeah. What were you expecting? Outriders?
Genshin.
Why?
Because Genshin.
What's with I'm trying to play stuff together. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have a good time, I'm trying to kill people and then laugh and emote like a bitch. You know?
Like a bitch. Yeah.
That's the point.
Oh, we also have Mario Party, Mario Kart, and Fortnite. Too bad that we have both now deleted Call of Duty because it's not giving us attention.
It's one of my favorite screenshots, Dia. Today at the end of a video, I put in a bunch of screenshots and then just started talking about them.
Yep, I know. You showed me some of it.
Why do I have to stay up at such crazy hours and not be able to get the food that I want, Dia?
I thought you woke up way earlier than me.
Yeah, but I didn't move. It's what I do.
Why?
Because I was busy getting stuff ready and preparing assets in Photoshop. You know, I do work. Unlike Crystal Dynamics.
I mean, you could have run quickly out to get food and then come back and plop yourself down again without having to worry about food later.
No, that's not what productivity is. Mein Fräulein. You need to be... What the fuck? What are you laughing at? Does somebody say that in Genshin?
Yes.
Oh man, my bird says that.
Yeah, bitch. How dare you?
Oh my gosh. What did I used to say when I'd pop my ultimate? Come on.
Night something?
Oh, night becomes day. Some shit like that.
No.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it had something to do with night.
I used to play the shit out of Genshin. What happened?
You should.
Ooh.
You need to play.
Now that's what I'm talking
You need to
about.
play more stories.
Listen, I will not be baited into more video games by you people. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Earlier was
Simps
like,
is
so
goated?
Genshin, please?
Simpus goated? Okay, guys, I will play Genshin at some point. And I love you, and I'll see you soon, and I'm gonna make what?
So are you still gonna be coming back with like other games?
Not soon. Yeah, expect it in a couple of hours because today's already today.
Yeah,
you know.
like at 4 in the morning.
Well, I should be playing Outriders. That game finally came out, and I have it, but it's like I can't play it with you, so I'm bitching. I need to look it up and see if they fixed anything. We should look that up now. We should look it up now. Surely you have an Outriders tab here. Just click that.
Surely.
Outriders launch impressions. Outriders launch and info. Is this updated? Here's hoping it is. Okay. Known crossplay issues. Is this still a problem?
You should make it a little.
Won't be fixing it this weekend. Oh no.
Yeah, because even they said we don't know when it'll be fixed, but we're working on it.
It's our highest priority. Oh. Ooh. And now, and already you got the Avengers Defenders. It'll be fixed in a fucking. You can't be patient, Jesus.
And that's with every game nowadays.
All these kids running in there to do unpaid damage control. God. Jesus says, Kyle, have you seen the Clown Core Hell video?
What?
What?
Yeah, that sounds like something some 13-year-old edgy boy would like.
You know what I like?
What?
Where do you think they are?
In a porta potty.
They're in a porta party.
Porta party?
That's what it is when two men are in a porta potty. It's a porta party.
Man, look, man, I don't care how funny they think of filming a video in a porta potty is, but I don't care.
They are fucking dope. I like this shit. No. I can't watch it on stream. I'll get struck, but... Ooh, it was like an interlude. Yeah, I like the instrumental break. Get back to it. You know what I mean? Oh, yes! No, I like it. Nah, I like that. I like that. They know what they're doing. This isn't just musical, it's like funny. And I think musical comedy is it's all about timing. Yo, I've only heard seconds of this shit and it's what I'm all about. Bro, to make the saxophone make a specific honk-like noise, Dia, that's what he's going for, is the honk-like noise. Oh my gosh. Oh, fuck yes. I hate shit like this. Can I tell you why? Shit like this, when you watch it, it makes you feel like, bitch, are you gonna do anything this cool in your life? And it's like, man, why you gotta look at, why you gotta say it like that? And I start crying. And it's like, no, I've done it. I've tried. Oh no. Whenever I think about the coolest thing that I think I may have ever achieved in my life, it's not something I can ever mention to people like you or people on the internet.
What is it, porn?
Nope. It's cool. Yeah, it's the type of thing that somebody else would hear and go, oh wow. The reason I can't mention it is, no, I can't tell you why either.
Keeping secrets, I see.
Keeping secrets. Bro, I'll give you one hint. It's the type of thing that every man would consider the achievement of his lifetime. But, yeah. And you're still lost. That's so cute.
All I can think of is, like, doing a porn star or something.
Nope. Porn stars ain't that hot, girl.
Or taking pictures of, like, a hot girl.
Taking pictures of a hot girl while she's nude. No, dude. No. But I think that you are on the right track. Yes! What the fuck? Yeah, that's practice. They have practiced this. This is practice. This is music. Is that a honk? That's like a honk thing on top of the on top of the cymbal? Yes. Bruh. Oh my god. They got a keyboard in a fucking porta potty and they're playing like 3 notes. Bro. Are you ever going to be able to identify with me being into shit like this, though?
Who are you talking to?
You. It's good. It's good, though, in my opinion. And what they're doing, they have executed flawlessly. Also, do you recognize the meme potential in its capacity as a shitpost? Yes?
I consider it a shitpost.
At a glance. The meme capacity, not Okay. So the irony of where they are,
Yeah.
Do you consider it a hat on a hat? I think it's just right.
Kind of.
I think it's just right. I think when
the
there's the subreddit, Dia, where it's upvoted because girl, but then when people actually watch it, they realize that the girl's talented or something like that. I feel like this at a glance is just like, oh my fucking God, these idiots are in a, they're in clown outfit in a porta potty, But then you listen to it and no. There's talent. There's talent here. And more so, there is what I would call dedication in the way. It's one thing to just be naturally talented, but they have clearly practiced this. And even if it's multiple takes that they've strung together, or maybe they're even like reading off of music that they have prepared, this is an execution of something. And it is not one person, it's two people, and they're in unison. We tried to play that bullshit game earlier today, bro, where the fucking it's a rhythm game, but the keys that I'm putting in are independent of the rhythm. That kind of shit makes me mad. This kind of shit gives me life because they have practiced something, and like a well-oiled machine, both of them are in sync, and they are Kyle and his music boners, Nothing like math and a laugh, but music too, Dia. Ooh, that's what it's all about. Linda says, Linda. Now, sweetie, wherever you're from, where twins is a big deal, swing, twins, swing, that's not what Kyle's all about. But I will say that this chick pretty effectively knocked it out of the park in the way of the hint that I was giving. Because the hint would indicate that men would consider it a conquest of the sexual variety or of the power variety, where it's a flex in the way of making other people, of commanding something that they would attain or hope to achieve in their lifetime. I believe it to be a very good guess. I am congratulating you, Linda, but I'm not betraying what it is. So the time for me acknowledging any and everything that anybody has to say has passed. Love you, Dia.
I like how you say stuff that you don't mean to.
No, it wasn't twins. No, that's what I'm saying.
Depth too.
Yeah, I'm not going in depth with shit.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything because now it'll be something that I'll be thinking about for a while.
You gonna forget it. Listen, can we get some food? But we don't. There's no way we can get food. So are you putting on rice for me, Dia?
Yeah, you put it right for me.
This is something that you whine off stream about. Guys, I want to love you. I want to thank you. Jesus, not just thank you for the donations as usual, but thank you for this now too. I had not heard, I don't think I would have come across this. I'm following some really stupid shit on the internet these days. Because, hey, would you believe, and this is something that nobody will tell you, YouTube can get you in trouble for shit that you follow now? And I say now like it's recent. It's been a while, but whoa. I can't even follow that good shit. I used to make a bunch of playlists with big titty naked women on YouTube, and I had to get rid of all of that. I had them like on educational playlists and shit like this. People are getting in trouble for comments that people leave in their comment section these days. It's like, God damn. What the fuck you mean? What am I supposed to do about that? Just a black dude on the internet. You telling me somebody could come in here and be on that? Yeah. Need to put this on a fucking... Yo, is this on Spotify, bro? Is this on Spotify? Ooh, Dia. Earlier, just now, I said even if it was edited together, it's still a testament to their ability to execute. Somebody may have spotted an inconsistency in the recording. They say a stick was about to fall at 22, and then it teleported back onto the leg somehow. The whole time it was a lie. Yes! What? Yo, yes! That part right there. Oh God. I think when YNK feels and hears this, he's gonna come alive. if he's as like into the honk honk as I am. You know what I mean? This is like, let's all put on a mask and get in a car fucking music. You know what I mean? You ever pull up outside talking about and you're just like, just. Hey, listen, I'm giving you my headset, Dia, so that you can listen to it, please. And then you can just tell me.
Or you could end the stream and we'll listen to it after.
But I want everybody to know how you feel about it. No pressure.
Am I supposed to like it because you like it?
No, not at all. I want your organic opinion, you know, that will deteriorate extra fast because it's organic, you know what I mean? Get it?
Oh my gosh, I have to be closer.
Closer to Kyle. Gross. Barf. Ugh.
Shut up.
I'm just gonna play the Hong Kong part, okay? You ready? That I like. I'm just gonna play the Hong Kong, okay? Listen. How do you feel about that?
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's nothing special.
Yeah, that gets me like moving. You know what I mean? And not just like, oh, like I want to kind of bop and groove or some shit like that. I'm ready to break things. I'm ready to steal some shit. You know what I mean? Come on. This, I bet you, dude. I bet you if Eric Andre heard this shit, he would want to put it under something of him just going crazy. You disagree?
Oh, yeah, probably.
This is some hard shit right here.
Yeah.
Is there like a whole genre of music I didn't know about? What? Yes.
So they're doing what?
Who this like this,
what
you
that band
bitch?
does.
Ooh, who did it? What happened?
They're doing what that band does. Remember the one who does videos while they're moving and stuff. Like they did one on a plane. I don't remember their name.
Babe, that ain't original. Okay, go licks a balls. Their whole thing is choreography and doing it in one take. That's their whole thing. They didn't invent anything.
I'm not saying they invented it.
No, yeah, and I'm not.
It's similar to
I'm
that.
not saying that you saying they invented it. It's just like what makes their thing noteworthy is that they're doing it all in one take. And as we evolve as a digital species, you have to wonder whether or not it's really the case or if there are tricks and all kind of bullshit.
I feel like people have too much of a keen eye for it to, for them to get away.
Oh no. You know who ends up doing the editing? People with keen eyes. And therefore they can trick everybody. This looked like a dick for a second. The guy's eye at the bottom right, you see that? Looked like a dick. You don't believe what my drone caught on camera at Clown Lake? Why is there something called Clown Lake? Is Clowncore new? All these videos seem to be really new. I got some research to do about Clowncore, so I'll see you guys soon. Okay? I love you. See you soon. Bye.